Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, guys. I hope you're having a really, really good Sunday. yeah, welcome to the stream this week. Let's see who got first. Tom got first this week with Burp. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. Purely in an effort to beat Anarchy at being first, but I suspect I haven't. You did this week. I don't see a post from Anarchy yet. Josh is here as well as Kordos. Kordos says, you said Burp first though. He did. Very true. Josh has subscribed for 15 months. I says, alright. Dude, that's a crazy number of months. How is it 15 months already? How is it 15 months already? Who else have we got? We've got Surgeon Man here as well. He says, hey, hey. Thank you very much for being here. Blackbrook as well. Good old mods. Yo, yo, yo. Thank you so much for being here as well. Robot Mikey is here too. He says, yo, yo, all. Glad to see you here too, dude. True Blaze, Wasted Ketchup, Jellymaster, It's Gur, and the Kiwi all here too. So is Tob. Trout Jam's here as well. Sex0510, good evening. Thank you very much for being here. Stick is here as well. Josh's fist bump party, nice. Lottie, thank you so much for the subscription. 3 months of subs. You are the third of a way to a prototypist baby. Something like that, anyway. Ben says, big news from me. I became a dad for the second time on Thursday, so super little lad. Waiting for him and my wife to come home from hospital. Congratulations. I'm super happy for you. Well done to all involved. I hope everyone's doing well and everyone's okay. That's congratulations. Wow, that's awesome news. Is everything okay? If they're still in hospital? If there's any way I can help, let me know. Please do. Is here as well. It says 2 chapters to my life before SPC and after SPC. Hallowed be thy name. If you want to know what the SPC is, you have to sub to find out. But thank you very much for the sub as well. Lots of congratulations going around for Surgeman. So yeah, again, congratulations. Angry Swan says, evening all. Nice relaxed stream to finish the week before a new job on Monday. Ooh, what's the new job? Tell me all about the new job. I'm 100% interested in that. Anonymous Biker, thank you so much for the sub as well. 4 months of subs. How is it 4 months already? That's crazy. That's crazy. Krebsell's here as well. Good evening. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate that. Boyd Media says, good evening, Jay and chat. Hope we've had a good weekend and a happy race week. Yeah, for those of you not aware, today was the first Formula 1 race of the season. It was thrilling. It was good to have Formula 1 back. The winner was obviously expected. If you're into Formula 1, you would have known. Sadly, my team, the Papaya Boys, did not do so well. And I did say to a friend like 2 or 3 days ago, I said, I think that Williams will be faster than McLaren this year. And they were, to like quite a significant extent. I've just dropped a key. I'm just taking the keycaps off this because I suspect, depending on which board we build, we might need these keycaps. I have dropped a keycap and I don't know where it's gone. I'm going to try and find it. How did I manage to drop that? I feel like it's gone right round the back of the desk. Well, that's a bit crap. I got it. We got it. There we go. Of all the things I've had to do on stream, crawling under the desk is not my favourite. Who else have we got in chat? Dinkatronic says, shake my head, what are you doing being early? It was only a minute or so. My Lottie Penny says, ooh, that face. What face? Did I pull a face? I'm sorry if I did. Josh says, it's actually been 3 years interacting with you, just so you know. Is it really? That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Only 1 month until the big day. Yep. Angry Swan's going to have a PT baby very soon. Pearl and Merlin, thank you so much for the subscription as well for 8 months. 1 more month for you. I was going to say something so weird, then I was going to say you must be looking very swollen, Perlin, with your prototypist baby. That's so bizarre. I need to stop that analogy. It's terrible. It's really bad. Anarchy says, good evening, Jay. Hope everyone is having a good weekend. Yeah, I had a great weekend. We did a 10-mile hike on Saturday, which left me feeling sore and tired, but it was good. And then today it's been relaxing with the F1 and a bit of Destiny, and now streaming. How's Lightfall been treating me? So Lightfall is a new Destiny 2 expansion, for those of you who don't know. I'm not very far into it. I know it's been out a couple of weeks now. I'm not particularly far into it. I've played maybe 5 or 6 hours, if that. I have not finished the campaign yet. But it's been good. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I do want to spend more time on it. I do really want to spend more time on it. Anarchy, 20 months? 20 months? How on earth is it 20 months? That's nearly 2 years. 2 years since we started streaming on this channel. That's crazy.
Tasty, tasty.
How crazy is that? Which means it's just about 2 years since the last time Top Clack had an episode. Give or take.
Incredible.
And I was actually talking with Brian about bringing some keyboard related content with me and Brian back. So maybe soon. No plans yet, but maybe soon. Gouty, I'm watching the F1 highlights at 9 PM, so I just removed my headphones. Sorry, Gouty, if I gave anything away. I'll try not to give anything away. It was a good race, interesting, but disappointing as a McLaren fan. I'll leave it at that. Moving away from looking after a team and into project management. Nice, nice. So that was what I did for 15 years. Project management and program management. It was good fun. Off to a great start. Yeah, throwing the cap on the floor. Yeah. L Plant is in action. It seems to be, doesn't it? It seems to be. I don't particularly like Alonso, but if he gets it this year, I wouldn't blame him. It was very easy because he left me on red for about 2 years of it. Wow, Josh. Where is this meme that I leave you on red all the time? Where is that meme coming from? I don't think that's true. I really don't think it's true. Tender in him, thank you so much for the Prime sub as well. I thoroughly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Is it time for me to make everyone coffee? I have some new instant. Banned. I actually know, if anyone redeems coffee check today, I actually do know what I'm drinking for a change, which is makes me feel good. I know what I'm drinking. Kish is here as well. It would be good, and always thought of. Whoa, chat's going nuts. I missed that. Trojan said that would be good. I always thought you and Brian streamed well together. Yeah, Brian and I used to stream for a long time together. We did that for a few years, certainly longer than I've been streaming for PT. It was good fun, and it was nice having someone who was. We kind of had opposite views on a lot of things, so it was great to bounce like ideas off each other and things like that. So yeah, I do miss working with Brian on streaming, and as I say, it's something that we'd both like to bring back. We always knew it'd come back eventually, and this week we've started to discuss what that might look like and how we might do it, and a few different bits and pieces. So yeah, watch this space. Nothing to announce yet, but it could be coming. It could be coming soon. We'll see how it goes. I just need to put this back because all I wanted was the keycaps off it. There we go. Okay, let's catch up on chat and see what you're talking about now. Bring back Mr. Keeps too. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Mr. Keeps. We used to speak a fair bit, and then he dropped out of the community, and I haven't seen him for a while, so I don't know. Alariax here as well. He says, hi Jay, how's it going? Hope you're having a chill Sunday. Yeah, F1, breakfast, TV, streaming. That's about it today. It's been a good day. I love Alonso memes on Formula Dank subreddit. They turn me into a believer with the memes. Some of them are crazy. Oh, Void Media redeemed coffee check. So today I'm drinking Has-Beens Jabberwocky. There you go. I actually know what coffee I've got this time. It's quite nice and bright. Saving my point to force an accent change. That doesn't actually work, you know. That's not a real thing, Tink. You rescind your redeem. Oh, too late. You've already redeemed it. It's already done. It's already done. Loving the hoodie today. Thank you. I only got it last week, actually. The first time I wore it was when Blackbrook came to visit on Friday. And it was here. It'd been delivered here brand new. And I needed something because I'd spilt something down my prototypist hoodie. And we were going out for lunch, so I needed something clean. And this was brand new, so I cut the labels off it and wore it. And I figured I'd just wear it today because obviously I need washing out. But yeah. That's just the way it is. But thank you. It's a very light baby pink. It's a very light baby pink. Is this one? I was watching Jay on Top Clack a lot back then. Top Clack was cool for a long time. At the time we were doing Top Clack, no one else was really reporting on the group buy news and stuff like that. Like, that just wasn't a thing. Apart from Top Clack, we were the only ones doing it. So it was a really interesting time and a really unique time in keyboards until the start of COVID. And then at the start of COVID, the sheer number of ICs and group buys and new products and different takes on things just rocketed, and we just couldn't keep up. We just could not keep up with it. It's kind of strange how all that went down, but yeah. Top Clack was a long time ago now. It feels like a long time ago. It's very weird. Very weird. Coffee check is out of stock. Nice. Proud now I have to do things. Zosko's here as well. Hello, hello. Glad you had a good day. Thank you, Lottie. Yeah, it's been a really good day. I had a tough week, I'll be honest. Last week was really tough for a number of different reasons, which is probably not fair to go into on stream, but this weekend's really sorted me out. So Friday afternoon onwards has been really good. Like, seeing Chris on Friday, we went out for a nice lunch, we had some nice chats, we did some nice things. Then yesterday, going out for that nice hike was just what I needed to kind of reset physically and emotionally all at the same time. It was good. Didn't they have that mental health stream? Yeah, Brian had a mental health stream for a while. He wanted to just promote good things, which is good. It's true. Yeah, we're trying not to do spoilers, Zosko, but it was a good race. It was a really good race. Sax, thank you so much for the 4 months of subs as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Beware the Jabberwock, my son. Beware the Jabberwock. Yeah, Jabberwocky. It's a fun name. If you guys haven't seen Alice in Wonderland or read Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, you should do, because that's where the name Jabberwocky comes from. Justin's here as well. JJW. I always think EU UK time zone is like 2 AM whenever I'm awake. Oh, we're not that different. I can't remember which part of the US you're in, but I think it's only like 8 to 10 hours different. So it's 8 PM here, or just gone 8 PM. So yeah, that's usually when you usually message me when I'm in bed, because we're ahead of you. So yeah, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it. So Justin Angios, or Josh in chat, is a huge fan of yours. He actually works for me, does Josh. He's our in-house designer, and he's a little bit of a fanboy for you. So just so you're aware, Justin. Just so you're aware. We want to come for a hike. Lottie, when you and Tim visit, we will definitely go on a hike. In fact, actually, we'll go do the one that I did on Sunday, because it's a really, really nice walk. It's a really nice walk. Do I use regular milk for my coffee? Yes, most of the time I tend to use full fat milk, but we do have oat milk here at the workshop as well, almost always, because Mel's vegan and she likes oat milk. And I don't mind oat milk as well. Yeah, do you mean moo moo milk? Yeah, it's cow milk, not normal milk. I don't like the whole normal milk for milk. But yeah, it's cow's milk. Yeah. Isn't Jabberwocky or Bandersnatch from a poem first, not Alice in Wonderland though? I don't know, maybe it is. I only know it from Alice in Wonderland. So if it's from something before that, then perhaps it is. I don't know. Tell me. You tell me. I can't Google stuff whilst I'm streaming, so you tell me. Moo Moo Meadows, something like that. I'm a fanboy now. I'm typing on one of your boards. Did you get your cloud? Oh, you did get the Cloudline, Josh. Yeah, you did get the Cloudline. Stream Elements is still 1 week behind. Oh, did I not update it? Let me have a look at Stream Elements. Let me get that up right now. Let me fix that. Let me have a look at Stream Elements. So last week it was down and I couldn't actually log in. Let me see if I can log in this week. So I can't log in. This is the issue. I can't actually log in to Stream Elements. I just get an error. It says a status 401 message invalid CSRF token whenever I try and log into Stream Elements. Let me see if I can do it as in another browser. Let me see if I can do it in here. Let's see if this works. Yeah, log me in. Twitch. Authorize. Okay, so it's a browser issue. We have discovered that it's a browser issue because it works in Edge. Okay, I now know this and I can remember this going forwards. Or try and fix Chrome before you tell me to move away from Chrome. Yeah, I'm aware of that. That's going to happen. Right, let's have a look. Build. What are we doing today? There we go. Okay, build command fixed. Where's the other command? There it is. Okay, there you go. Those should now be fixed. I apologize that they were wrong. He's right to be a Justin fan. He is, yeah. Justin boards are cool. Sorry, Justin. I just like to embarrass Josh. That's all. That's all. Oat milk screws up my stomach. Try almond milk. I don't like almond milk, but I know a lot of people that do. I love the blackout derivative, and I have a calendar reminder for it. No comment. I've already spoken to Justin about that blackout derivative, Josh. It was the first thing I did. Managed to get a Cloudline, Canon Keys extras, and they emailed me back to offer me a stock A board. Couldn't believe my luck, and it's win keyless. Nice. Congratulations, Trojan. Nice. I thought you got one through us, but perhaps not. Perhaps not. Is there a group buy date for derivative? Yes, 25th of March. Which is actually a really cool date because it would have been my mum's 64th birthday. Sadly, she's not with us anymore, but 25th of March would have been my mother's birthday. And it's 2 days before my birthday as well. So, yeah. So, 25th is a cool date. What is on sale this week? We haven't got to that yet. We haven't even started talking about what I've got to tell you about this week. We've just literally been keeping up with the chat. Is the Monoke KFA nearby? It is, yeah. If you redeem a show me, then I can show you. But you have to redeem the show me for me to show you. But it's literally right behind me. I can grab that if you want me to. Might have to clean your cache and cookies. Maybe the security token is run out. Yeah, I'll try and fix it at some point, Newfie. I will. I've got the new Edge, and I'm almost sad to admit how brilliant it is with the new chat function. Yeah, so I use ChatGPT a lot already, and a few other bits and pieces. So, yeah, I don't know. I do want to try the new Edge. I don't know how you get it, but I do want to try it. You're not embarrassed? Damn. I want to embarrass Leo and Mel tomorrow, just for fun, just for giggles and stuff, because it's quite funny. Leo in the workshop, he's easy to embarrass. You just mention anything, because he's 19, is Leo, bless him. So you just mention anything that's like toilet humor, and he gets embarrassed straight away. It's that easy. Almond milk and macarons taste like soap to me. So I have that with you guys in the US call it cilantro. But I struggle with that. It tastes like soap to me. I really struggle with it. Like as soon as I have any of it, like it's a soapy taste in my face. I don't like it at all. I'm happy that a designer I admire knows of my existence. There you go. Well, I'm sure Justin knows of the JO2 Blackout Edition, and Josh, you were the designer for it, so there you go. Only cool people have birthdays on the 27th of March. JQUK, represent. 30th gang. Sorry, it's a bit late. You just reminded us we have cookies. Nice. How do you know how soap tastes like? Did you never try soap when you were a child? I feel like all kids do this at some point. When are the prototypist PCBs going to group buy, Jay? Pre-order. I don't want to put them into group buy until we've got them ordered, and then it's a pre-order rather than actual group buy, if that makes sense. I know that sounds like a really silly thing, but at least I know that it's in manufacturing, and you guys have a confirmation it's in manufacturing. There's no chance of them being cancelled or anything else. So some of them are already, and the remaining ones are going to go in this week, I think. So Josh and I need to speak it about on Monday, but I think the pre-order is going to go up this week. What do I actually use ChatGPT for? For a few different things. Like coding, it's incredibly accessible for coding, so you can use it to write Python scripts and stuff like that. I've used it to edit Shopify a few times in the back end. We had an issue where I had to, for security reasons, I had to have right click disabled on a lot of the website, just down to our insurance. from using product images for things like desk mats so they didn't get stolen or anything else. Like our insurance company absolutely wanted us to do that, so we did that, but then it meant that you couldn't zoom in on certain pictures, so I had to figure out how to code that into all of the different pages. I use ChatGPT for everything, like for all of that. Like how do I code this? And then given that I have this code, how do I amend it to do this? And you just paste the code in and it pastes the response back and you test it, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, you tweak it. It's really, really cool for that. When are the carbon plates back? We have some in stock. If you want a group buy, it's going to be a couple of weeks away. Early April, I think, for the next one. I'm not sure I can be embarrassed. I think I'm the same, Tim. I don't think anyone could say something that would embarrass me. I think on the stream, there's certain things that would make me question whether I could respond to it, but in real life, definitely not. Did you do a smiley face on my recent package? Who did? Leo. Leo's cool. He is there. Coriander is yucky. Yeah, I agree. It tastes like soap. So cilantro if you're in the US, coriander if you're in the UK. It tastes like soap. It doesn't taste like soap enough. Dude. Wrong. Just wrong. My mum washed my mouth up with soap when I was young. I think my mum did the same. Like, I think it was just a thing.
Tasty.
An old British thing. Catastrophe, thank you so much for the sub. I thoroughly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Eating soap is a rite of passage for us UK kids. For sure. I remember eating soap. I'm used to the idea of custom keyboards, says Tango. And I like the look of the QK80. Will you be doing a group buy on the same dates as QK? Yes, we will. We will be doing a group buy for it. I think from memory, I think it's the 10th of March until the end of the month.
Incredible.
You never ate soap when you were a nipper? Well, good for you. You're lucky. You're one of the lucky ones. Soap is what made us stomachs as tough as they are today. Yeah. If I redeem 2 show me's, could you do a little typing on stream, Papa J? Sure, why not? Just for you, Perlin, but only because it's you. There are no mods in Discord, only ChatGPT. We actually had to disable ChatGPT on Discord the other day, which is quite fun. Patiently waiting Neapolitan Switches restock email. Yeah, we are going to restock them. I think we have some on order. Don't know when they're going to be here. I'm waiting for Canon Keys to confirm when the production slot is and when we're going to get them. Thoughts on the upcoming Dolphin 16 pad? I think they look really cool. KLC actually did reach out to me. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I really like them. Challenge accepted to embarrass me now? Not possible. I don't think it's possible. I really don't. Subscribe for 8 months, currently on an 8-month streak. Catastrophe, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Leo drew a smiley face because my note was for the decimals for my girlfriend, who is Catastrophe. Oh, right, okay, congratulations. Well, there you go. Joe2 hype, 100%. If I also redeem the show me, could I veto Perlin's request? Let's not make this a competition. Any interesting switches coming up soon? We've got some more Nixies coming at some point soon. I'm just sorting that out. We've actually got the Cherry Rep visiting here at PTHQ next week, I think. So we're working on some stuff there. More news on that soon. Rest of switches, we've kind of gone quiet a little bit, but there is a few orders happening in the background with vendors, including some that I'm involved in the design of. And when we can announce details, I will, but I can't tell you anything just yet. Perlin, love you, Jay. Thank you, Perlin. I appreciate that. Thank you. Will PT run into some space issues anytime soon? Those lovely discount codes are so good. So the issue with discount codes is we don't have a huge profit margin on stuff. We generally run about 5% on most things. Switches, we run a penny a switch. That's generally our profit margin. So like if you buy 90 switches, we're making £1 or less. So like when we do the discount codes, it's because I want to celebrate something usually, like, or we have literally run out of space. It's not because we're trying to like do anything other than that. It's because we're trying to celebrate and try and give you guys something back for celebrating. Like we did it for our 3rd anniversary. Maybe because my birthday's coming up, we'll do something for that. Who knows? We'll see. I can't tell you until I decide to do something. Show me is out of stock. How? If I also redeem Show Me, could I veto Tink's veto? Oof. This is getting very meta. No, you can't veto. You can't veto a Show Me, but I do need to show the board for Perlin. Blackout switches, they're totally not ganks. Although I never ate soap as a kid, I was forever traumatized by a Christmas gift. A gift soap shaped as Jim will fix it back. Dude, I think we all had one of those growing up. You must be around my age then. So I'm nearly 40. Yeah, I know. I look older, but yeah, I'm nearly 40. Right. Let's throw this board for Perlin, and then I'll finish my coffee, and then we'll actually get into PT news. So you wanted to see the KFE, Perlin, right? Oh. Here it is. Let's flick over the camera for you. Oh, I can't get my chair back in. Here it is, Perlin. This is a KFE. Oh, it's got one of Mel's hairs on it. E-white case. This is PBT Noel. Biso Monarchy. Does have the brass weights as well in a box somewhere. You wanted to hear it as well. Let me pause the music and you can hear this. This board has not been used in about a year, so please bear with me on that. It may need lubing again. There you go. I hope that helped, Perlin. I thought I was going to try and put my headphones back on, but I didn't take them off. I couldn't even hear that because I've got my headphones on. But I hope that helped. That board has not been used or typed on in about a year, so the stabilizers probably all need retuning. But yeah, there you go. KFE. Right. Okay. This is 5D Multiverse Wizard Chess with the time travel. No, it's not. It's me streaming a keyboard build. When we finally get to it. Tapame says, how are you liking the bias? The bias is a Jane killer for me. I actively prefer the bias over using a Jane. So I know I titled that on the stream a little bit as a bit of a meme, but I kind of bought into it now. I kind of believe that's how I believe it. Mel's hair is a feature. I would disagree. PBT Noel looks good in real life. It does, yeah. Sounds fine. It does. Bia's looking lovely over in the back, impatiently waiting for mine. I need to actually speak to Bion. We were supposed to have a chat last week and it didn't happen on the day we scheduled it because he had a headache. And then he messaged me after that, and my week just got slowly worse and worse, and I never got a chance to respond to him, so I must reply to him on Monday. Managed to order some ISO plates for my bias. Nice. So I haven't built it yet. The Crusaders is good. Yeah, we have them in the workshop. Everyone has their own color. Mine's the orange one. Mel has a pink one. Sharon has a blue one, and Leo has a green one. No, Leo has a blue one, and Sharon has a green one. So yeah, we have one. We do have another color for Josh that's not been opened yet, but that's only going to get opened the day he attends at the workshop. So yeah. Right. Okay. Should we actually start the stream properly now? Because we've been streaming for ages. Let's just remind you what we're supposed to be doing on the stream. Right, latest PT news. What's going on this week? So last week we got most of the Matrix boards out, the Matrix 8XV 3.0s. We've got about 10% of those left to do tomorrow. They're literally stacked up in a pile. They're ready to go. All I need to do is put the right plates, PCBs with them, and then we can put them in a box and we'll go. So they're going to go out tomorrow morning. That shouldn't take too long. What else needs to be done tomorrow? We're going to get the rest of GMK Analog Dreams out tomorrow. Most of it got shipped on Friday, but there is a small number of Analog Dreams left to ship on Monday. I think it was waiting for Desmets or something like that. In stock tomorrow, we're going to drop a few things. We're going to drop GMK Analog Dreams, GMK Moomin, a ton of different desk mats, and I announced all of this on Discord last week, so go and have a look if you want to see exactly what was in that list. But there's a load of products that are going to go live and in stock tomorrow. We also dropped PBT Fans Retro Dark Lights by Mars and PBT Fans, KBD Fans, into stock on Friday. That's been selling really well. If you do want to pick up a set, and I do have a set here because I had about 10 messages saying we don't actually have it. Well, there it is. We also have the retro lights in stock as well if you want to get the matching set. But yeah, we have that in stock. That's all shipping tomorrow as well. The other thing we're going to start tackle tomorrow as well is the QK60 and the Zoom 65s that we have in stock. These are the Zoom 65 Essential Edition Round 2, not the V2, Round 2. So we're going to try and get those shipped out by the end of play on Wednesday, both of those group buys. Once we've done with those, then we can start to tackle the Delta, the Cage, Kaji, however you pronounce it, and the Kryn keyboards. Those three are going to then ship out late this week, early the week after. So we're going to start to work through that. We do have Matrix 8XV's extras. I think they're going to go in stock on Friday night, assuming everything goes okay tomorrow. There is 2 customers I do need to reach out to because the bits we got from Matrix don't exactly fit what their order was. I'm trying to work with Albert to see if we can replace those or if we actually need to change those for the customers. So there will be 2 orders that don't go anywhere and just kind of sit there for a little bit, which I apologize for if you're one of those. Probably not you because there was hundreds of them, so it's probably not anyone watching the stream. But there is 2 orders that do need some rectifications. Yeah, so that's what we're working through at the minute at PTHQ. We do have our next shipment on its way, so the next container's on its way. That's due to arrive on the 15th of March into port, which means we'll probably get it around the 21st to 22nd of March, depending on how quick customs is and everything else. So that gives us just 2 weeks to get through all of the QK60s, all of the Zoom 65s, all of the Cages, all of the Kryn, all of the Delta, and the remaining Matrix boards, which is going to be tight, but we're going to be able to do it. As well as around that, there's also Cam Soaring Skies, CRP, Commodore 64, and Cat Monochrome. They're all going to ship out Monday, Tuesday as well. So we've got a lot of stuff that we're working with. They're all going to have extras on Friday. So if you're interested in those, please watch out for them too. So yeah, if anyone is in the area and wants to come and help out this week, let me know, because I would take it. Let's catch up with chat, see what you guys are thinking about. Josh says I like bias. When do my Pink, Jane, and 910 arrive? I don't know. Monarchy hasn't shipped them as yet. I think they said they were going to ship early March, so I assume they're going to ship this week. Brian is thunking. Oh, Brain is thinking. Okay. I'll remind you tomorrow. I don't know what I'm being reminded about, but okay. When are you being shouted at in the Monday meeting? No one gets shouted at. Why does everyone think I'm a terrible boss? I never shout at anyone in the Monday meetings. That's just not how it works. So you can be friends with the rest of my favorite designers? Wow. Okay, sure. The mug is a lie. What mug? What mug's a lie? Hurry up and come over, Josh. Josh is in the United States. Yeah, he's in California. Waiting for passport. My Matrix arrives tomorrow. Cool. Yeah, a lot of them got shipped out the other day. There's still a few here, and the rest will ship out on Monday. I want to see that face IRL. Josh's face? Yeah, I want him to come over as well. I can't wait for that. Seeing all the hard work and you, the team, put in with the big shipment, I'm in awe. Thank you all. Thank you. It is hard work, and I know we share a lot more than some other vendors do, but don't forget that other vendors go through that as well. Like what we do here, they're doing the same things in their own workshops and in their own workspaces, and we just share a lot more on Instagram than most people do. Android nightmares, digital nightmares, you mean? Yeah, digital nightmares. There's no way we are making the 6-hour drive to see you. Depends where I would land. Don't know your guys' international airport. Dude, we'd sort it out. I would pick you up from the airport. Whichever airport you come in at, when you come over here, I will come and pick you up, Josh. In whichever car you would like to see. Nice try, CGI Keycaps. But yeah. Who are these people that don't believe you have the stock that you claim you have? So I don't know where this originated, but there's a load of rumors that went around a couple of weeks ago about we didn't have Zooted on hand, and I don't know who it was. It was someone on Facebook originally. They'd posted in the Metkeys USA, someone had got zooted and someone had replied saying, "Oh, that must be a clone set," and like, no, I bought it from Prototypist Keyboards. It's in stock there. And he's like, "Well, yeah, but none of the other vendors have it yet, so it must be a clone set. You can't have the real thing." And I went in and I was like, "No, it's the real thing. I have it in stock here at the workshop." And they're like, "No, you don't. GMK hasn't finished making it yet." I'm like, "No, I do. I have it. It's here, right here in the workshop." I sent them some pictures and stuff like that, and then they said, "Oh no, it must be a clone. It must be a clone. Whoever runs Prototypist is wrong. They don't have it." I was like, "Well, I run it, and I do." And then since then, we've had it for every single set that we've put in stock. Someone said we didn't have Analog Dreams the other day, which we do. We've got Analog Dreams and Digital Nightmares here. Someone has emailed me over the weekend. A couple of people have emailed me over the weekend and said, "Why have you put Retro Dark Lights in stock? No one has it yet. It's not in stock yet." I'm like, "Well, it's physically here at the workshop, so we must have it." So I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know. N360, thank you so much for the 8 months of subs. I appreciate that. I bought the Retro Dark. Glad you have them. Had my eye on them since I saw them on KB Defense Twitter. Yep, they're all here. They're going to ship out Monday, Tuesday as we catch up within stock orders. Does that mean there'll be Zoom 65 extras? It does, yes. I don't know when yet, but next 2 weeks is what I'm thinking for the N65s yet. Blue Toggle says mine hasn't shipped. Your what hasn't shipped? Matrix boards? Yeah, we've got like, I don't know, 10% left to do. Something like that. You always thought you'd be landing in one of the London ones? Nah, you'd probably land at Leeds Bradford or Manchester, which is like an hour away from me. You have 2 cages and a Crin on order with me? Nice, yes, we're going to get them out soon. As soon as we can. The reason why we've left the cage, the Crin, and the Delta to last is because we have to manually check every single one. Like with the Matrix boards, they come pre-sealed from Albert. He's done the QC on them, he's packed them. We check about 10%, 15%. With the other boards, we have to check every single one, and we have to put everything that goes in them. So like feet and cables and daughter boards and PCBs, we have to take them from individual piles and put them into the same box. It just takes a bit of time, that's all. Busy bees at PT for the next few weeks. Yeah, like I got my DHL bill for shipping stuff last month, and it was stupid. In fact, in 2 days I got my shipping bill and my VAT bill, and like both of them together were like £250,000 and it was like, yeah, so it was horrible. No guarantees for Matrix extras on Friday. That's just what I'm aiming to do, T4. So I'm aiming to do Matrix extras on Friday. Just bear that in mind. Don't be disappointed if that changes. But yes, that's what I'm aiming for. Josh is on open mug, waiting for his glorious arrival on sovereign soil is a lie. Okay, sure. Whatever. That's not even worth arguing. I got a Boulder 60 in the mail yesterday from a giveaway I won. Looking forward to building with white jades and trying a few keycap sets. Cool. Well, we've got tons of keycap sets in stock at prototypist.net, so go have a look. People are still using Facebook. Yeah, Facebook's massive for mechanical keyboards. Certainly in the US. Please tell me what we don't carry anymore. Yeah. Jay always has anal dreams, wink. Yeah, analog dreams. Yeah. We do call it anal dreams here at the workshop. I don't know why, but we do. People have too much time on hands. Trojam, if me and Mel say this all the time, we're like, if all we had to worry about in life was where our little bits of plastic are, I'd be in a happy place in my life. Like if that was the biggest problem I had each week, I would be really happy. So yeah. Any suggestions for a full-size board on the Keychron Q6 trying to convert a mate into a fully fledged keyboard? I tend to prefer to buy a TKL and a numpad. That's my way of doing it. And there's lots of options for that. Zoom 65 extras is going to be nice. Yeah, we're going to have Zoom 65 extras and QK60 extras in the next couple of weeks. I have like 5 orders coming this month. GMK Cyrillic, 8XV, Cage, Nightshade. Yeah, so GMK Cyrillic, we actually have, if you mean the white on black ones by Tom and the beige ones by Tom, we do have them. They're all literally packed up. We just haven't shipped them out yet because GMK are replacing 2 keys per kit. So they're literally sat in the workshop, all packed up, all labeled and everything else, ready to go. They just need the keys putting in. So as soon as those come in, we'll get them sorted out. Yeah, I don't think we've got confirmation that Nightshade is ready to ship yet, but it might be. It might be. We'll see. Nixabel says that doesn't even make sense. Doesn't PT generally get stuff sooner from GMK because of proximity to GMK's facilities? I think it depends on the vendor. Some vendors ship by sea or train. we tend to ship by air from GMK. It's a lot more expensive, and it means we make less money per base kit, but I think it offers better service. So yeah, I think that's all it is. It's just shipping times. Like, shipping isn't quick or easy. Heard anything on the PT allocation for the Gen 2? I've been refreshing Notion like mad since CK's stock landed. So from what I understand, Free Juiced, we haven't had confirmation from Canon Keys that our stock is actually finished manufacturing. I asked this a couple of weeks ago from them, but because I haven't had anything clear, I haven't updated Notion. They said, oh, it should have been with your forwarder, but they've not provided any evidence that it has shipped from them to our forwarder or to our warehouse in China. As far as I know, it's not on the next shipment. We haven't had any confirmation that's been received there yet. I know that the way Canon Keys works with their keyboards now, like Crin and Ayla and everything else, is that as soon as their order is ready, they ship theirs to them, and then the other vendors wait until their orders are ready and they ship afterwards. So we get our stuff for that later than Canon Keys will do. But I don't actually know where those are right now. It's something that's on my list of things to chase this week. Freebird TKL ISO Extra coming. Yes, tomorrow I think we'll put some boards back in stock because we took them all down last week. We'll put them back in stock very soon. Andromeda just stopping by to say hello and wish you a good evening. Last night with Night in Standard in Norway. Oh, I hope you have a good time. Excited for Shashin to arrive. First GMK set. Has Mel shipped that out for you already? If she hasn't, tell me and I'll get her sorted on that. I got a shop notification saying Cyrillic white on black shipped on the 20th of Feb. I don't know what's up with that. I literally just talked about this, Blue Toggles. We've packed and labelled and got everything ready, and now we're just waiting for the replacement keycaps for 2 keys per base kit from GMK. So it's literally sat in here in the workshop, all boxed, all ready, all labelled up for every single order for Cyrillic white on black and Cyrillic beige. We just need to get the keys from GMK that are replacing 2 keys that are wrong in the base kit. We'll put the keys in each box and then they'll go out. So that's why you got the notification a few weeks ago, because we packed it all ready to go and we're just waiting for those replacement keys. We don't hang about here at PT. We try and get everything done as soon as it arrives. So yeah, we had all of ours packed and ready to ship the same day the shipment arrived here at the head office, and then we waited for the additional keys. Okay.
Incredible.
Do you know if you'll be allowed to cut carbon fiber plates for cage? We don't cut plates here for carbon fiber. We have a manufacturer that does that in Poland for us, but we do POM and other things. But to be able to cut a plate, you need to provide us with the file. We can't provide the files for you unless it's a prototypist product. So if it's a JO1, a JO2, something like that, we can do it for you. If it's anything else, you'll need to get the files and make sure you've got permission to use the files and then submit them to us. I don't need to know what board it's for. You just send me the file. I'll produce the file as it is, and then it's on you to make sure the file's correct. Shashin is so good. It is, yeah. So impressed with how fast you guys move on stuff compared to other vendors. While the supply sits on group buys for months every time. So I don't want to say this to sound bad on the vendors because that's not how I mean it, but we have a target that we don't want any group buy to arrive and sit here in the workshop for more than 4 days on average. So the Matrix group buy we've had since the 24th of Feb, and we've not shipped all of the orders out. And we haven't started on Crin and Cage and a few others yet, but there were orders in that group buy that when the day it got delivered, like the Hubble Bubble desk mats, the literal day that shipment arrived, those orders went straight out. And what we aim for is we aim for our average across all group buys to be less than 4 working days. So currently we're at a 2.9 working day average for every order ever made. This is for all group buys and in-stock orders ever that we've had. If you've ever placed an order, even if you've waited 6 months for one or a year for another, all of our orders have on average shipped out within 2.9 days. So we try and be really quick. So if you've like had I don't know, like an in-stock order and we've shipped it in 1 day, and you've had a group buy order and it's shipped in 2 years, well, you average all of those orders up, and the actual average order time from waiting from customer paying to actually customer having it shipped is 2.9 days. For group buys, the actual average that we have them here at the workshop is something like 1.7 days before we pack and ship them. So for example, Analog Dreams came in last week on Friday, got shipped out the same day. GMK Shashin a couple of weeks ago came in the same and shipped out the same day. Like, it came in the morning, all orders are out by the afternoon. And we just like to have that fast turnaround time because that's an SLA that we try and achieve in-house, but that's not necessarily something that we think other vendors should do. It's just my way of working. That's all it is. Boat from Hamburg to Dover, not far. Yeah, so it's difficult to ship stuff from Germany to UK by boat. It tends to go by train if you do it the slow way, which takes like 8 weeks, or we just fly it and it takes 2 days because it's just easier. Not a smear on them. I'm just impressed with how on top of it you guys are. Definitely something the industry should take note of. Thanks. I do joke about that. MTP, that we are a logistics company that has a sideline and keyboards. That is the joke, but it's semi-true, because we have like we basically time it so we have a container leaving China, coming across the sea, and as soon as it's arrived, we've got just enough time to unpack that, ship it all, QC it all, get it all out to customers, and get the extras up for sale before the next one arrives. Like, we have that all scheduled, and we have a project manager that's literally dedicated to doing that, to making sure all those shipments are arriving on time, to letting the warehouse team know when stuff's going to arrive so they can prepare shelf space, and they can prepare labels, and they can print off orders, and they can just get everything ready. So yeah. But yeah, we work hard. We work hard. Right, okay. I've been streaming an hour. I haven't even looked at a keyboard yet. This is crazy. This is crazy. Wallet has been struggling every month because of all the goodies available. That's incredibly impressive. Thank you. I really appreciate that, guys. Like, genuinely do appreciate that, because we do work super hard. The team, I mean, they pull some silly hours sometimes. I tell them to go home. They're like, no, I've got to stay. I've got to pack and ship this group by. I'm like, no, go home. And they're like, no, I've got to stay. I've got to pack and ship this group by. And they're like, and you need to pay me for it. And I'm like, okay, fine. But yeah, we do all that on a 4-day week as well. We basically don't work Thursdays, although I tend to. But theoretically, our team only works 4 days a week, because I'm a big believer in work-life balance as well for other people, not for myself. Right, Tidal. Hey man, good to see you, dude. Thank you very much for being here on the stream. I hope you're doing well, man. How are you? So for those that you don't know, Tidal used to be he's a very good friend of mine. We used to hang out a lot on Discord together. Dude, I hope you're doing well. I owe you sushi, Jay, if you like sushi, that is. I love sushi, yes. Demon Six has the poll ready for about an hour now. I know. That's very exciting. PTT. Thanks, guys. Finally managed to sit down and tune in. Hope you're good. Yeah, I'm really good. We spent an hour talking about all sorts of stuff, and not actually anything keyboard related, just keyboard adjacent. Right, okay, let me remind myself, what was the next thing to talk about after PT News? Oh, yeah, right, reminder, PT News. All right, stuff's coming in stock tomorrow, stuff's going in stock on Friday, announcements are going to be on Discord. We're going to work hard and get as much shipped out this week as we can. Go buy stuff in stock, because it keeps us going. Right, that's that bit done. What else did I say was on the to-do list this week? Oh yeah, pick a discount. Right, if there's anything in stock on the website, guys, that you have been sat on the fence and not buying because you'd like to see a discount code for it, let me know in chat now. Put your different thoughts in chat. I'm going to pick one product from what all of you suggest, and I will pick that product and I'll put like a 10% discount. It depends on what the product is, but I'll put like a 10 or 15% discount on it just for the time while we're streaming. So if there's anything that you've seen in stock that you would like to buy, suggest it in chat now. I will pick one of them and I'll put a discount on it, and you will have a discount that the mods will pin in chat, and you'll be able to go buy it at a discount until the end of the stream. So start putting products in there. Have a look on the website. Think of something you want to buy. Let me know. Week 3 of Can We Put the Box 7518 in the chat, Bill, please? So I need to find that out. I don't know where the Box 75 is. I do have one. It came from Mike at Novel Keys. It went to Brian. Brian built it, desoldered it, sent it to me like a year and a half ago. It's somewhere around. It's the prototype one. I haven't built it. Do you not know how many keyboards Jay personally owns? I own too many. Oh, TXRX, how do you not end up buying all of your own stock? So I don't... So I have personal rules on this. I don't think I should, just because I own the store, I should get any specific privilege for buying anything that we have in stock. Okay, that's my first rule. So if I put something up in stock and it goes quick and I don't get there quick enough, then I don't get it. It's as simple as that. That being said, I do collect a lot of stuff. So I must have, I don't know, personally, in my personal collection, 200 GMK sets, maybe 400-ish keyboards. I don't know exact numbers. I don't keep track of them. But yeah, I've got a lot of stuff. But I tend to buy my stuff off the website just the same as anyone else would do as soon as it goes in stock. The company's money isn't my money, so if I want something, I buy it off the company. Simple as that. I do give myself a staff discount because all staff get a discount, but that isn't like a huge amount. But I don't see why I should get any special treatment. Like when we put the cloud lines in stock, I wanted to buy one and I put them in stock, and we did it through a raffle. I wasn't lucky. I didn't get picked in the raffle, so therefore I didn't get one. So yeah, just little things like that. Right, keep your suggestions into chat coming, what you'd like to pick up. Suggestions on GMK Blurple, we can probably put a discount on that. Artisans, maybe, yeah. Dark Lights, we've only just got that in, Gout, so that's we've had that in stock since Friday, so I'm not putting a discount on that yet, no. Aesthetic, maybe Aesthetic. Keep your suggestions coming in, I'll check back in a couple of minutes, guys, as well. All GMK ISO kits. I can't really separate out the kits, unfortunately, to do like a discount on those. Candy Bar round 3 keycaps. I think they're like at lower than cost already. Let me get up the website and have a look. Keep your suggestions coming in, guys, and I will see, because we might do a couple of things if you guys have. Let me see if I can find the Candy Bar keycaps. I don't even know how we price those. In stock Candy Bar round 3 key sets. Okay, yeah, I could put a little discount on them. They're really cheap anyway, but I could put a little discount on those. We could do that. I can't do Retro Dark Lights. I can't, like, it because we airship that over from KBD fans. I think like there's like £3 profit per base kit in there or something like that. It's absolutely minimal as it is. Aesthetic we can possibly look at. GMK Blurple we can definitely do. Let me get a discount ready, and then we can select the products afterwards. But if there's anything you guys are interested in, please do take a look at that. Let me know now, because we do this every week, so you can start to think about it ready for next week as well. Something you potentially buy if it was a little bit cheaper, and you're on the fence about it. Let's do a 10% discount on whatever you guys pick. Okay. Okay, the code's pretty much set up. Okay, I love Blurple, my favorite recent set. Okay, let's do it on 3 things. Let's do it on GMK Blurple, EPBT Aesthetic, and GMK Metropolis. Let's do it on those 3 things. I'll be fair to you guys and give you guys a few things. I've done the wrong thing. Create discount. Yeah, there we go. Right, okay. Let's do 10% off them. And it was EPBT Aesthetic. Let me find the in-stock version. Okay, in-stock EPBT Aesthetic, yeah, they're added. Let's see what else. We said GMK Blurple. GMK Blurple in stock. That's added as well. And then we said GMK Metropolis as well. Okay. Right, okay, so if you want 10% off GMK Metropolis, GMK Blurple, or EPBT Aesthetic, this is all of the kits. You have to order at least 1 kit to qualify. You can use it with any other shipping discounts you already may have. If we've sent you one, you can use it up until 23:59 tonight, just before midnight. So if we finish the stream a little bit early, you can use it a little bit after the stream as well. And it works on, as I say, any GMK Blurple kit, any GMK Metropolis kit, and any EPBT Aesthetic kit that are in stock. Okay, and the code is stream discount 1. So there you go. That's the code. Anything in stock that I mentioned. I'm not sure if I can do a link directly to each one. I don't think I can. Let me see if I can get a... Anyway, that's the stream discount. So in-stock GMK Metropolis round 2, in-stock GMK Blairpool, and in-stock EPPG Aesthetic. 10% off any of those items. You've got until midnight. There you go. Don't say I never give you guys anything. Punction says low. Let's go. There you go. I hope that works for you guys. Please let me know in chat if you do pick anything up using stream discount 1 as the code. And as I say, it's for GMK Blairpool, GMK Metropolis R2, and EPBT Aesthetic in stock kits. There you go. How does the Jabberwocky taste black? I haven't had it black. I've only had it with milk in. I'm afraid I can't tell you the answer to that. Sorry. Ask me tomorrow and I can try having a black coffee tomorrow. Right, okay. It's time for you now to pick which keyboard we're going to build today. So I do have a few options for you, and I'm conscious we've been streaming for over an hour now, and I haven't actually showed you any keyboards that we're going to build today. So you guys do have a choice. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 keyboards with me. Mods, if you are ready to do a poll, we'll pick switches first. So mods, you have a choice. So the mods are going to put up a poll. You have a choice of 2 switches today. We can either build with Gateron X round 1, or we can build with EMT Linears round 1. These are both lubed with 205 grade 2. They were lubed for me by a friend, Matt the Pokemon Kid. I'll shill his lubing services here in the UK because he's excellent. Those are going to be the 2 choices of switch. So the poll will be up in a second. Wrong poll is up. Demotex just subscribed. Mods are useless. Yeah, they put the wrong poll up. They've put the wrong poll up. You're not supposed to see the boards yet. You're not supposed to see the boards yet. We'll talk about the boards in a second. Right, I'll let you guys cancel the poll for the board because we're not going to do that now. Can't get the staff these days. I know. F's in chat for this, thank you. Poll F's. Hold on. I don't think I can. I can't overwrite this poll. Right. Thanks for the F's. Thanks. You guys weren't supposed to see the board choices you had yet. He was so excited. I bet he was. There we go. Right. Okay. Can we get a poll up for the switches? He had one job. He's been ready for about an hour and a half or something. And he did the wrong one. Yeah. I literally, before the stream starts, I literally gave the mods a list of the keycap set, a list of the keyboards, and a list of the switches that they would have to create polls for today. And I said, these are the stuff that you can use for the polls. Should we pretend to be surprised? Yeah, you can pretend to be surprised, like when you know it's your birthday and something happens. Yeah. Bob Hotshot, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Wow, congratulations, guys. Inglemere, My Suck is Lost, Pop Midori, Nitrum, and Itzka. Congratulations on joining the SPC. I vote for the GAF 910 switches, please. Thanks. The GAF 910's over on here. It hasn't been used in a while. It's on there. Tasty. Bob, thank you so much for your own subscription as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Right, the poll is up, guys. Which switches should we use today? The Gateron X, lubed with 205 grade 2, or the EMT Linears, which are also lubed with 205 grade 2. Pick in chat which switches you would like to see us use today. So you should have given us the order of how you were going to do it. I didn't know the order until I started streaming. Don't make this my fault. I'm the streamer. I'm the right one. You started with boards, to be fair, Jake. Yep, I just gave you 3 lists. I didn't say what order I was going to do them in. Can't get the staff. Can't get the staff. What's my favorite tactile switch? Right now, I like the BPN tactiles, and I also like Anubis switches. Those are probably my 2 favorite tactiles right now. The keycap choices you'll see in a little bit. I hope they haven't leaked those yet. Who is the Switch lubing service by again? So I use Matt the Pokemon Kid. If you go to MK UK's Discord server and search for Matt the Pokemon Kid, you should find him. He's very sometimes he's watching. If he is, feel free to lube your services, Matt. If not, you can always DM me and I can put you in touch with him. If you go onto Prototypist Discord server down here, and if you use the Tag J channel, I can drag him into that as well. I can't stop laughing now. I'm glad you're happy, Josh. I'm glad you're happy. That Tim guy's pretty great. They call him the SPC Codemaster. Do they? Do they? I'm not sure I've heard that. I don't think I've heard that before. Any chance you're receiving QMX stabs anytime soon? I know the group buy was for April, but I think Novel Keys are already selling. Yeah, we didn't get invited to the first round of them. Only Novel Keys did, as far as I understand it. We were offered them as a product. We have some on order with GMK. I put 50% of our order up for pre-order. They sold out within a couple of days. We will have some more in stock available, and I already have the second batch on order for the next round after that as well. So I think we're going to get them in April. I'm waiting for the invoice at the minute, but yeah, we'll have some more in afterwards. I excel at Excel. Excellent. Yeah, but I can't have something that hasn't finished manufacturing yet. Zosco in stock. So yeah, but we'll have them as soon as we can. So the April batch, we'll have some quite a lot of sets, and we'll have them here. So we'll ship out the pre-orders, and then we'll sell the in-stock ones, and then we'll just keep buying them in for the future in-stock runs. That's the plan. Okay, so switches, it's looking like it's going to be even here. You've got about 10 seconds left if you do want to vote, whether you're going to vote for the EMT V2s, which are nice and purple, or the Gatoron X switches, which are tried and true. Get your votes in now. Let's see what we're going to build with today. Okay, so we're going to be building with the EMT linear V1s, Luby 205 grade 2. We're not going to be using the Gatoron X today. So that's the switches decided. That's nice and easy. Let's put these to one side, get them ready. The next thing to do is to show you the boards that we've got to build today. So you guys do have a choice of 4 keyboards, which you know nothing about. You've not heard this or anything else. Thank you, Tim, for the 14 bits. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. The first board we have to build is one we unboxed last week on stream. It is the TPS 40. This is a really cool little 40% board. I'll show you the board very quickly, which has a carbon fiber true leaf spring mount, a little rotary encoder, some LED lights, and some cool little push buttons on the side. So that's option number 1. We could be building the TPS 40. I've just noticed that I'm going to be kicked out of the SPC thing. It's been fun. You can always resub. The second option to build today is also another board that we unboxed last week. It's the Zeek Earth 65. This has got chunky bezels, is a 65%. Nice laser engraving on the inside. Kind of cool side profile. I do like the side profile of this. And there's the Earth 65. Pokemon Kid, I am using some of your lube switches, and I was just shilling your lubing services as well. If you would like to shill your own lube services and tell people how to get in touch with you, you can do. It is pretty chunky, so that's option number 2 of boards we can build today. Option number 3. This is a TGR 910. Excuse the mess of the packaging in here, I apologise. This is the second option of build we can do today. This matches my Jane that we built with GMK Fox 6 months ago now. This is option number 2. Most of the 910s have the 910 logo on the front. Apart from the GAF one, and the VK one, and a couple of others. And then finally we have option number 4, There was a fifth option, but I took it off the list. We have option number 4, which I think is this board, which should be a Tree Leaf 917. So for those that you are racing fans, this is in the Gulf livery colours. So there we go. Those are the 4 options you've got for us to build today, guys. So if you want to get the poll up now for the keyboards mods, and you guys can pick 917, 917, 917, whatever you want to call it. It's based off the Porsche, so it's a Porsche 917 in my head. Stop putting things on the top face. No, people like to things on the top face. That's like say don't put a car name on the badge on the back. Curves are real nice. They are, yeah. Your time to shine, Dimitex. Yes. What was the 5th option out of interest? The 5th option was my red TGR 910. But that's now going to be built with my pink Jane, pink 910, and red 910. They're going to be one build stream where we do all 3 together. I think the mods are like decided that they're not doing it, so I'm gonna have to do it. I bet they're laughing to themselves for not putting the poll up for the keyboards, and they're all giggling to themselves, and they're not doing it, and they're expecting me to do it. Were you not using Alps for the 917? I have a separate PCB and plate coming for that, so we can have 2 builds for it. But yeah, we will have an Alps build for that. Yeah, it's up your plank. Thank you. There you go, guys. There, the vote is up for the boards. You can have the TGR 910, the Tree Leaf 917, the Earth 65, or the TPS 40. Whatever you would like to see built, those are the 4 options. We can get that done. I don't know why the music's paused. Wait, what's happened to the music? It's so clean apart from the top. Tink, you just have different tastes to everyone else. That's all it is. 917 for me, 910 was tempting. Yeah, they are nice. Flexing the TGRs. No, I'm just a collector like anyone else. I know that there are some people in this chat who have bigger collections than me. I know there are some people in this chat right now who have significantly larger collections than me. And I know that because I pack their orders. Tree Leaf sounds like James Acaster's alter ego detective's name. I know James Acaster. I didn't know he had an alter ego detective name. But Tree Leaf's in the Top Tag Discord. Yeah, I only have 4 Model M's. One of them was really cool though. It was actually from France, and it was used by the French Ministry of Defense. It's kind of like painted like an army green. It's quite cool. It doesn't work, and it's very damaged, but it's quite cool. Has anyone imported a Mode Sonnet into the UK? Tempted? No, but I did have an interesting conversation with Mode. Maybe I can see clearly from up at this altitude or something. It's because you're so far away from the letters, Tink, that they look blurry that you don't like it. That's what it is. Will the biggest collector please stand up? We might have a problem here. Yeah, I'm not gonna like spill it. If anyone wants to say they're a big collector, then they're free to say that. I'm not gonna tell anyone who I think they are. I have 3 GMK packs compared to Jason. I have about 250 GMK sets, I think, something like that. In fact, actually, Chris Blackbrook was here the other day, so
tasty.
Blackbrook will be able to tell you just how many GMK sets he packed into my storage tubs. Y'all act like you've never seen a keyboard before. Yep. Speaking of interesting convos, is PT getting involved with the Matrix Magic 3 boards? You seem like you know something about them on Discord. Yes, is all I can say. Yes, is all I can say. I'm about to have my first GMK set. Woohoo! Did Mel ship that to you? Did Mel ship that out to you? Because if not, I will get it. Right, we're building the 917, guys. So it's a good job I left it on the desk. But yes, Hershey, I can't say anything else just yet. But yes. Speaking of GMK sets, my Tokyo Knights base kit is half complete. There might be another box with name around there. It is missing some keys. I told you this. This is why I didn't charge you for it, Josh. It is missing some keys. I don't know what it's missing, but I knew it wasn't the complete set. That's why I didn't charge you for it. I know it's not got the accent keys in it because they were lost, but it should have all of the alpha keys, and it should be enough to fit out a board, but you can keep it. If there is another box of it, or if we find some keys on a keyboard, I'll send them to you. But yeah. I'm just doing an excite. I'll get Mel to make sure it gets shipped out tomorrow. I need a ton of luck for the Magic 3. So do I. So do I. Stretch. Yeah. Have a stretch. Right, okay, so we're going to build the 917 today. This has been on my to build list for quite a while now. I'm kind of interested by it. I'm just going to move this mug out of the way. I'm running out of desk space actually. Move the Rubik's Cube. There we go. Okay, so let's get everything out of here. There's nothing in the top, I don't think, on this one. Nope, nothing at the top. So we do have the keyboard, which you've already seen, but I'll show you guys again in a minute and go through some details on it. We have some little rubber feet. Plates already in the board, screws are already in the board. The only other thing we need is a PCB, which we have here. There you go. And that's it. Nothing else in the box. Now, as I say, I do have an Alps plate and PCB assembly coming for this, which will be the ultimate build for it, or ultimately the end build for it. But that has not arrived as yet. So, first things first, let's get the feet installed. If any of you haven't seen the Porsche 917 with the Golf livery on, you should definitely check that out. We need the magic for sure. Yeah, you can blame Brian for the missing keys, Josh, because they got lost en route to him. Handabout is awesome. Did we only just ship that to you, Hemans? Because we had that in stock a long time ago. I'm sure we've been out of stock for quite a while. Like, it sold out pretty quick when we put it in stock. I think we've got Nactobite left, maybe? We talked about this last week, Newfie. Orange is not a colour you see on a keyboard. This isn't the nicest orange I've seen on a keyboard, but it's up there. Like, it's pretty good. I did have the lodestone out to show people last week when we were looking at oranges. Okay, so let's take a look at the board. It's got the nice Porsche wheel design on the back there without any logos or anything. Single screw holding it in. Looks pretty cool. I like that. Screws are on the outside of the board. 3 on the front, 4 on the rear. Nice and simple. This curve here is kind of cool. I do like this. This is really nice. Just leads onto the back edge. That's pretty cool. The side profile is really nice as well. I like this. The curve here and the curve back, that's pretty cool. It's great, like the angle here. I do like the inverted curve though. That's really nice. Side profile is nice as well. It's got this little hip ridge into the blue part here. It's hard to show you guys what that actually looks like, but effectively it's kind of beveled out, and then this part sits flush with the orange. So it's like beveled in just slightly there. If you look from the top down, it looks dead straight, but the bevel is on the inside. Same on the other side, as you can see. Wing keyless board, FRL TKL layout, nice and simple. Chunky bezels, I like that as well. Very, very fitting of the Porsche theme. Like this front angle here too, it's kind of nice. Does feel very Porsche. Looking at the back, I'm not as fond of this, the on-off switch at the back here, and the kind of raised bump for the USB-C cutout. I'm not a huge fan of those, but it was to limit the fact that you didn't need a door support on the design, so I can see why they did it. But I do really, really like this curve here. And this part here, there's the flat edge here is actually offset, so that's at an angle. As you can see, there's a flat edge, that's an angle. That's kind of nice too. But that's to make sure that you could have the screw straight, I suspect. It's pretty cool. Let's take the board apart and have a look inside. Step up a size. Oh, you got the set from Oblotsky? Yeah. We sold out quite a long time ago. The Argyle orange was the same that we did, was the same as the Lodestone orange. That was the same color code. Which was supposed to be my prototype, I think, but it ended up with Socialite. I don't actually have an Argyle board here at the minute. I won't have until the group buy ships. Looks like a rear wing. It does, yep. Given this is all car themed, that doesn't surprise me. Okay, taking the base off, what do we have? Nice simple inlaid weight. Dead simple. 5 screws to hold it in place. Very chunky alignment pins. These are way bigger than they need to be. Probably adds quite a bit to the cost because you've got to machine down away from that level to get to those. I'd probably only do those a mil high. They're probably 3mm high, but that's fine, I guess. Just means you have to use a thicker overall piece of aluminium and do more milling to get it there. The bridge looks quite cool from the inside. I'm not a fan of it on the outside of the case, but it's a very, very small detail, so I'm not too fussed for it. But the bridge is really cool on the inside. Much more a fan of it there. I wouldn't always do this, but let's take apart the weight and see what it's like underneath there. Hander is unhinged, I love it. It has a really cool history as well. There's a hand about it. White and Black Essentials is so nice. People will be able to use ISO without originative. Shame I'm broke right now. Yeah, it's not got too much longer left on the group buy, I don't think. But yeah, GMK White and Black Essentials is a pretty cool set. Okay, I feel like this is more of an internal plate than a weight. Yeah, so that's a plate. It does feel like brass. In fact, it is coated brass, I think. I don't want to scratch it to check, but it feels like it could be brass. And it's probably just grey. In fact, you can tell by the way the fingerprints are staying on it that it is the brass. Look, they will wipe off, but it's retaining the fingerprints in a weird way. I'm going to guess that is brass that's coated. And dyed as well at the same time. Okay, nice and simple. No additional machining underneath. It has bowed as this piece actually. I'll just put 2 screws in. In fact, actually that's already a fixed part of the bowing. Let me take that screw out again. So this doesn't actually sit flush in the case. It is bowed as this piece of brass or this piece of metal. So there we go. We did not pick up Purprite, no. We were told that there was already a UK vendor agreed for it, so we were not allowed to buy it. Do you know what the total weight the manufacturers are targeting when they add weights? I don't suppose it's arbitrary. I think it's different for every board. Like the issue is people equate weight to quality sometimes, which is sometimes true but not always. In the early days of keyboards, it was seen as kind of like a de facto thing, less so now. But people used to add weights because aluminium isn't particularly heavy, so people used to add weights to make them more weighty to give that impression of quality, and weights have just become a part of that now. They're not targeting any specific minimum weight requirement or anything else, because that would be different from board to board anyway, depending on how much material they have and size and layout and all of the other options as well. So it's more of a case of just to add that robustness, quality feel because something's heavy. Okay, looking on the internals for the top case, very, very simple. It is just a top mount board. No pin for the top mount where the spacebar is. Nice and cut out there, so there's no support for it. Make it a little bit softer on the spacebar, so that looks quite good. We'll pop the plate out, and then we can pop the case back together. This is another different size. Oh no, same size screw. Just take the new JO2, no internal weight. It sounds bloody delicious. Yeah. Nice touch with the consideration for the spacebar sound. It is. Not necessarily as heavy as dimensions and budget will permit. Some boards absolutely do that. I dropped a screw. That's not good at all because I don't have any spare ones this size. I'll have to find that at the end of the stream. I don't think people are trying to make it as heavy as possible. They're just trying to add some weight to the case. There is a pervasive belief in the hobby as well that not just that weight is equivalent to quality, but also that the heavier board is the better it sounds. And again, that's been proven to be not true, but it's just one of those things. Okay. Right, so we'll take our plate, find our PCB. This is sealed, so we'll just need to unseal this. Now that QK has released their sales dates for the QK80, can you reveal the dates for the Cell and PT, or is it too early? The same dates as QK. Who here got a blackout JO2? 50 of you. Is the Magic 3s a ways off? I don't know. I can't tell you. Heavy doesn't equal good. My Whale 75 is heavy and easily the worst sounding board in the entire collection. It's so hard to get volume out of it. Yeah, it's different for everyone, and everyone has different thoughts and beliefs on weight and keyboards and stuff like that. It's just one of those things. There's no right or wrong answers. You like what you like. It's as simple as that. Okay, time to grab some stabilizers. We do have to build this ANSI. This is my stabilizer box full of stabilizery bits. I think it's a 7U spacebar, so we'll try and get a 7U spacebar first of all. I got a blackout. Got a blackout, can't wait. Nice. Didn't get a blackout. Boo. Right, okay. Did you get an SPC edition, maybe? Right, let's see if we can find a 7U spacebar first of all. There must be a 7U wire in here. Is that 7U? Yes. So we've got a 7U wire. Now we need a couple of 2U wires. So we need one for backspace. One for ANSI enter. We'll do split right shift because we've lost the F row, and we'll do one for wrong one. There we go. One for that. Let's use mint colored stabilizers because why not? They'll match the PCB nicely. That's one stabilizer there. That's two. That's three. And that's four. Now just try and find 8 screws in this tub. They will be in here, but finding them is not always the easiest thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, found a load of screws. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm just going to take out the tub for the washers because we'll need those. Very excited for my JO2. Yeah, me too. We can have the JO2 ship out, so it arrives on the 21st of September. It can be my 40th birthday. Nice. No promises, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, so I've just left out this little tub because it's full of washers and spare screws. and these are generally easier to find. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we were one short. There we go. There we go. Cool. The only other thing I do need to do is find the screw I dropped for the plate on the floor. We'll have to remember that before I put the board back together. I am your mother. How does that even work? By magic. Everyone loves a bit of magic. Right, okay, time to lube up these stabilizers and get them into the PCB and plate assembly. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our spacebar, and then we can pop in the rest of the switches afterwards. This is a 7U spacebar that we're using today. So we're just going to put a nice amount of lube on the wire. Probably a little bit too much on the brush there. And we just want to make sure there's a good even coat across the wire and around the little front corner, just to make sure that we've got this fully covered, lubricated nicely. We're then going to take the housing, we're going to insert the insert, because it'd be weird not to, and then we're going to pop the wire into the bottom of the housing and then clip it into the front, just like so. We're going to rinse and repeat that on the second side. I'm just going to pop all the inserts in, and then we're good to go for those as well. What stops the PCB from touching the metal? Is the PCB mounted to the top plate or something else? Yeah, for this particular board, the PCB is mounted to the top plate, which is then mounted to the case, and the PCB effectively just hangs underneath the plate at that point. And then there's usually a little bit of an air gap to prevent any shorting. Sometimes there's foam put in there depending on the board and the builder. But yeah, the PCB effectively just hangs underneath the plate. You'll see that when I put this together in just a few minutes' time. Okay, housing's all put together. We'll start now on the second side. So again, we're just going to put a nice amount of lube on the wire. Not too much. It's always easy to add more lube later on than it is to remove it, so just take it steady away. There's no real trick to this, just taking time. Incredible. Thank you so much, Fina, for the follow. I appreciate that. Can you feel the magic? Always. When it comes to keyboards, I can always feel the magic. Now we still need to come back and lubricate the sides of the sliders on this, but we'll do those in a few minutes. So just the sides of the bits that raise up and down. So we'll do those in a few minutes' time. But we'll finish off the rest of our stabilizers first. General question. Oh yeah, we talked about the PCB and the plate. Yeah, so effectively you have the plate that screws to. It depends on the keyboard. So keyboards can be built in different ways and designed in different ways. This particular one is what we call top mount, which means the plate screws to the top case. That's the blue bit here. Thank you so much, Sir Regiman, for the gift subs. I appreciate that. Congratulations again to you and your wife on the birth of your second child. I hope everyone's doing well. And thank you for the gift subs to Huey, VJ, Oh My Young, Mr. Hover, and Wasted Ketchup. Thank you so much. Yeah, the case screws to on this particular board. The case, the top plate screws to the top case, and then the PCB hangs underneath it. Other mounts include bottom mount, where the case screws, the plate screws into the bottom half of the case instead of the top. Sandwich mount, where the plate is sandwiched between the top and the bottom case. Integrated plate, where the top case has the plate integrated into it, and is milled from one piece of metal. There is gasket mount, which has a multitude of varieties of how that's achieved and accomplished, but effectively just has some sort of softer dampening that connects the plate and PCB assembly to the case in some manner. There is tray mount, which is where everything's bolted onto a tray with a series of standoffs onto particular mount points on the PCB. There's lots of different options. Some boards offer a multitude of options. Some boards can offer some sort of gasket mount as well as a screw top mount or a standoff mount, bottom mount or tray mount. There's a multitude of ways of doing things these days. Just built a key for someone with EV00 switches from PT, and oh my god, why haven't I heard more about these switches? All nylon JWK with thick duck springs as wing combo. Yeah, they're in stock right now. They're really good, but people I have slept on them, I'll be honest. Guess I'll get some EV00 switches. Okay. More switches for the shelves. Iron switches are still in stock. They're fantastic. Yeah, the iron switches are really good actually. I'm a big fan of those. Again, people seem to be sleeping on switches recently. Go on, you guys can buy us out of the EV00. I think there's some vendors that still haven't got the EV00 switches in yet. This is part of the reason why we haven't promoted them, because I know some vendors still haven't got them from Thickthok. I don't know exactly what the holdup is, but I believe that some vendors, Candy Keys I believe, that don't have them yet. So I don't actually know what's going on. We've had ours in for nearly a year now. There we go. Okay, so now we've installed all of the stabilizers. What we're going to do is going to clean off the brush a little bit. We want a very, very fine amount of lube on the brush. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to paint the side of the slider rails just very, very lightly. Oh, well, we've messed this one up already. There we go. Just very, very lightly, just to make sure that we're smoothing out the raise and lower feature of these as well. And then once we've done this, we're just going to put a small amount of lube just in the back where the wire protrudes, just to make sure that there's plenty of lube in there and that it runs down through the wire as it needs to keep it all free from rattle. That's one now fully finished. Move on to the next one. Again, very light amount of lube on our brush, just on the side of each slider rail. Small piece of lube just into the back. There we go. More switches for the shelves, absolutely. Need to get some more EV00 to replenish what I've sent out. Nice. People are just getting caught up in the web border switches rhetoric going around and not actually trying some of the new killer bangers out there. Maybe. There's a lot of rhetoric in the keyboard hobby though that's unfounded or untrue or based in superstition, based in untruths. It's kind of interesting to see a lot of it. Like, I know I talked about this at the beginning of the stream, like when people were telling me on Facebook on the US marketplace group that we absolutely categorically could not possibly have GMK Zooted in stock when we did, and it was physically here in the workshop, and I was like, no, it's definitely here. I even sent pictures and were told that they were fake and clones, which was bizarre, but yeah, people just start to believe what they want to believe rather than necessarily believing the actual truth. Okay, that's all of our stabilizers lubed up now. Appreciate the thorough answer. So the foam comes into play to add rigidity when there are no standoffs or tray mount, but still have some flexibility in pressing on the keys. So foam isn't traditional. There's only a couple of boards that I know where you actually mount onto the foam, and then the foam is what you type on. Foam is generally added to a keyboard case to alter the sound profile of how that keyboard sounds. That can make it more thucky and less clacky if you prefer that type of sound. It can be to mute any hollowness or any ping or anything else, and it can also be just because people like that sound profile as well. So foam is tended to use to change the side profile of the keyboard, not necessarily as a mounting option. People don't really rest on layers of foam. The only board I can think of that ever did that was the Mode 80, which was... Okay, so what I will say, the new Mode keyboards are really good. The Mode 80 was not actually that good in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, my wife actually uses the Mode 80 daily because she likes it, but she's not a keyboard hobbyist. Right, okay, time to get these into the boards. What I'm going to do first is I'm just going to pop these into place, make sure they're all nice and neatly clipped in. I'm just going to pop these into the PCB, into the positions we're going to use them. So as I say, we are building this keyboard ANSI today. Sadly, the plate I have does not support ISO, and I believe the PCB doesn't support ISO either. There we go. Put the 7U spacebar in. It's a north-facing spacebar for the 7U. Then we have the left shift as well. This feels like a Yankar PCB. Was this designed by Yankar? Yankar's PCBs always have this opposite thing. It doesn't mention Yankar anywhere on it. Anyway. Oh, sleep dealer. There you go. Now we're just going to put a little washer on each screw, and then we'll get these screwed into the board.
Incredible.
Or is the foam for sound? Maybe both. Yeah, so the foam's for sound. Yeah. It's rarely needed to stop things shorting out or anything like that. Some boards I think that's happened to, and I'd say the Mode 80 was, or the first round of the Mode 80 was, the foam was used to actually mount the keyboard on. But I do like the new Mode design boards. The Mode Envoy is actually really nice. I completed the task. You can make an EV board happen. Nice. I bought a sample of the Cherry Blossom switches. They're really nice as well. There's just too much choice. There is a lot of choice when it comes to switches. I don't think there's any necessarily bad choices on the market right now. But there is a lot of choice. Like, I think we have more than 50 different types of switch in stock, and we are not particularly a big switch stockist. Although we are changing that. As I say, I have the rep from Cherry coming around next week to have a chat with us about some new products and projects that we're working on together. So yeah. I need an EV board. My lead vendor might be. What am I doing now? It's a brand new set. Sure, the clones haven't even been made yet. I think there are clones of Zooid out there, yeah. Despite the Mode 80 still being meh, I will still want one for the collection. I don't know if they changed it for future versions of the Mode 80, but the first one they sent me was back in Top Clack days, and they were like, "Oh, would you build this for a review?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, but I'll be completely open and honest." And they were like, "Oh, we're trying to sell them," and I said, "Well, let me buy it from you rather than get it for free." So I paid full price for it. And to be honest, the board looks nice and it sounds fine, and my wife really enjoys using it, but it is not. It's not my personal favorite, but the new boards look really good. Could that myth have existed because of those vendors that restrict others around the world sending out their own orders until they have them? Yeah, I don't like that. If we're producing something and another vendor's working with us and it's a PT product and they happen to get it first, just send it out. Like, why keep people waiting longer? I don't get that. I found out that the Matrix IM Meta exists the other day and was wanting one for my 75 collection. Anyone have thoughts on that? Yeah, I do have a Matrix IM 75. They are lovely keyboards. I have a huge number of Matrix boards though, so I'm perhaps not the best person to tell you not to spend your money on one. If you had to pick one out of the bias, the Matrix 3.0, which do I pick? Oh man, don't ask me questions like that because that's really unfair. Like I really, really like the bias, but I also really like Matrix boards. They exist on two different planes for me. Like the bias is kind of understated and it's just genuinely love the keyboard. Matrix's designs are wacky and way out there and super cool. They're very, very different keyboards. I think the Mode 8TV2 is a big improvement. I haven't used either of this, I can't confirm. I haven't used the Mode 8TV2. I have used the new Sonnet. I have used the new Envoy. I haven't used anything else. Quick question, if I could, Jay, with regards to the special edition J series you've done, Evo 01 comes to mind. What considerations are there to do a special edition like that? Is it just this would be cool, or we have 10 left over, let's do something to shift them, or something else? So the EVA 01 edition of the JO2, sorry, the EVA edition of the JO2, that happened because it was a commission. Someone came to me, it was DD Decline, if you know her, she's in the hobby as well, and she was like, I've 10 people, we've been talking about the JO2, it'd be really cool to have an EVA version done. So I was like, yeah, absolutely, we can do that, and we just arranged it off the back of that. So it really depends. We've done a number of limited edition and one-offs over the years for J series boards. Some people have been repeat customers for those, some people have bought special parts from them. The SPC edition started out life like that for this particular round, and then vastly became its own project very quickly. So it really depends. The consideration is A, is there enough of you to make it worthwhile, or are you willing on your own to pay like a big bill for it because one-offs are spendy? And then B, do I actually agree that it's a good idea? Because I don't want to make something that I don't think will look good. Is there any chance of stocking MX clears at Old Boss? We had the Nixies in not so long back. We are looking at the clears as well. No promises or guarantees just yet, but it is all changing. What we're offering Switch-wise very soon. And we are working with Cherry to offer more Cherry stuff directly here in the UK. We used to work with Cherry a long time ago, and we're just trying to refresh that. The actual Cherry rep lives literally 20 minutes away from us in Manchester, so it's something we're actively working on. I've been wondering about the upcoming PT PCBs, which board cases the TKL PCB compatible with. So I want to say it's compatible with anything the H88 will be with, but Josh will tell you exactly. But it's something that we know will work with our PCB design, with our keyboard designs, and we're just extending that to work with some others as well. So Josh will give you the skinny, and the details will be on the product listing when we put the product listing live as well. Matrix Iron Meta Plus just has a vibe to it. Haven't really heard any Matrix boards I like the sound of, but they're absolute beauties. I daily one on my other desk, and then I have a JO1 at home, and I have the bias at this desk, and then we have a JRIS 75 on the desk downstairs in the actual workshop. But yeah, I daily Matrix 2.0 add Christmas edition with matching numpad on my actual workstation rather than here. Do I have any pink Matrix boards in my collection? Yes, I do. I can't remember which ones, but I have quite a few Matrix boards. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of pink ones. Do you want to see for the Xmas? Let me show you. I'll go grab the numpad and I'll show you. The main keyboard's the same as this as well. Ugh. My chair doesn't want to move now. Come on, chair, move. There we go. So the Matrix board is this colour. DCS Reaper. Camera, please. There you go. That's what lives on my work desk. JO2 DMG edition? Maybe. Like, commissions are open as of like next week, I think, so I know we have one already to do. Just got a bent pin there. How am I liking the bias? I love the bias. It's a great keyboard. It's not left this desk since the build was finished. We have one to do. Yep. You don't need to be involved in it, Josh. It's all sorted. You don't need to be in the loop for everything, Josh. Like, just recolors are fine. You don't need to be in the loop for that. Heartbroken. Don't worry, you'll hear about it in the meeting on Monday. Okay, there we go. That's our switches installed. And you can see now, I can't remember who was asking, but you can see now how when the plates hang from these mount points, the PCB will hang basically underneath because of the gaps of the switches. So now it's time for us to solder this together, make sure everything's good. That does mean that, guys, you can ask me anything you'd like. You can tag me with @jprototypist and ask any question at all you would like about any topic you would like. Can be keyboard related or otherwise. So yeah, please just tag me with @jprototypist. Ask any question you would like in chat. As I say, any topic is fine. Nothing's too obscure or off the books or anything else, unless it's not Twitch safe. As long as it's stream safe, I'll answer any questions you guys have. So get your questions in, start asking them, and you've got until I've finished soldering for me to get through them. Okay, first question comes in from N360. Enjoy the F1 today? I did, actually. I thought it was just really nice to have F1 back. So yeah, I did. Yeah, okay. I thoroughly enjoyed the F1 being back. I didn't think the race was particularly good, but it was just nice to have the F1 back in general. This isn't a Yankar PCB, but it really feels like one. Cheese Lover says, subscribe for 4 months, says, still here waiting for group buys. What are you waiting for, if you don't mind me asking? Let me know what you're waiting for. If I have an update, I'll give you one. Okay. That's the nav cluster side done of the TCal side of it. Next question comes from Jenga, who says, thoughts on Lightfall. Do you know what? I've been really enjoying it. I'm only about halfway through the story, the campaign, because I just don't have time to play games that much. But I've been thoroughly enjoying it. Like, I've been enjoying the way the story works. I've been enjoying the new characters, even if they are a little bit cheesy. I've been enjoying trying out the new subclass in the missions that let you try it. I think the locations are kind of good. There is some downsides, don't get me wrong, but like, nothing's ever going to be perfect, and there's always going to be things to naggle at. But I've been thoroughly enjoying Lightfall. It's good. It's just nice to get back into playing games in general and taking some time for myself, because that's something I'm not very good at doing. Before Prototype, did you have any other experiences with running small businesses that made what you're doing now easier to grow and maintain? No, not really. I used to work for a bank. I was a program manager for a bank, product owner, stroke project manager, stroke product program manager. Did that for 15 years. PT came about as a passion project. It was never supposed to be like a big standalone company like we are today. It was supposed to be small side of desk, doing it in my garage. Just enabled me to get like the first original versions of the J series out there. And that's all it was supposed to be. But then 3 years later, here we are, multi-million-pound company, shipping out 5,000 orders a month. Yeah, teams tripled in size since October last year. It's just kind of nuts. And I feel very lucky to be part of it. So thank you to everyone who's been a customer of ours. Thank you to everyone who's supported us, because I feel very, very lucky to be in this position. Alaric says, do you think the iron boards are good? Ironing boards, or do you mean like Smith and Rune? If you mean the Smith and Rune, I haven't tried the new Magnus, so I don't know on that one. I do have an Iron 180 and I do have an Iron 165. The Iron 180 was an original prototype run, so I don't have the issue with the blockers on the wing keyless version. My blockers are actually quite good on that. And that's got a brass base and it's got a green top. The keyboard's fine, it sounds a bit flat, but it's a lovely thing to look at. The Iron 165 I got on the Friends and Family edition, so I have a copper base which I patinaed myself with an E-white top case. And a copper patinaed badge as well on the front. I've not really used that board because it's in pieces at the moment. After I did the patina, I never actually got it put back together, so it's just kind of sat there for a long time now, and it's something that I need to work on to get it back. But I love the look of the boards, and I love the Smith and Rune guys. So yeah, we actually met in Seattle in 2019, and they were just lovely. Right, next question comes from Nick Spell says, if you had to live anywhere in the world other than the UK, where would you pick? I very, very nearly, about 5 or 6 years ago, moved to Canada. I was offered a job out there. It was during Top Clack days, actually. I was offered a job out there, and I seriously considered it. My wife was between jobs at the time, and very, very nearly happened. I think it was like 60% done deal at the time, and then it didn't happen for a number of different reasons. My mum got pretty sick at the time, so that cancelled it off. I got a promotion at work, they wanted to keep me. My wife found another job, so it didn't happen in the end. But yeah, Canada's always struck me as somewhere I'd like to live. I don't want to live anywhere that's too hot. Oh, I've got a bent pin there, we'll come back to that in a minute. Missed that when I was checking for them. Because I'm not really good with the heat, but I'm fine with the cold, so. Next question comes from Tinkertronic. He says, thinking back to yesteryears when you were a lad, are there any video game moments that still stick out as memorable? The first time I left Midgard in Final Fantasy VII blew 9-year-old Tink's mind. Yeah, so I was a little bit older than you. I am a little bit older than you, but Final Fantasy VII was one of the first games that really made me go like, wow, this is cool. For me, it was actually moving up the Shinra building and doing all the stuff inside Shinra, and then fighting the Ruby and Emerald weapons. In Final Fantasy VII, those were the two big things there. I remember the first time I played a racing game that was in 3D and wasn't in 2D. It was a game called Rallycross on the PS1, and it was on a demo disc, and that game just blew my mind. It had looking back on it, it was just terrible, but at the time, it was like young Jay's dream of like, wow, this could be so cool. And then Gran Turismo came out a little while later on, like a couple of years later, and that blew my mind even more. Like, at the time I thought that was photorealistic. Obviously it wasn't, but at the time I thought it was photorealistic. So yeah, there's a load of gaming moments like that. First time playing Ocarina of Time, that blew my mind as well. Yeah. Playing the Lion King game on Mega Drive, getting to the Wildebeest level, and that was just so different from anything else I'd ever played. That was cool too. Matrix 3.0 extras when? Maybe this Friday, maybe a bit later, we'll see. On for the US, so none of them are handled by PT, but at this point I'm waiting on GMK Oblivion, Hubble 65, and the Chapter 2 keep. Nice. GMK Oblivion I think is going to ship next month. What is your current stance on GMK lead times? Are you getting more extras than before to try and keep more base kits in stock? So lead times are dropping massively. Like seriously, like the big bottleneck for GMK is always the sorting side. So sets would be produced and just sit there for months until they could get round to sorting them out, because that was their big bottleneck. That's now gone down to like just a few days. So like it's just absolutely crazy how quick they're pumping the sets out now. Sets that we were expecting to get in June, July this year, we've already got. Like Analog Dreams, I was expecting June, July. Zooted was supposed to be a lot later than it was, which is why I haven't got the desk mat sorted yet. The way I used to do it was I used to wait until GMK said, right, production's finished, we now need to wait for sorting, and that was my cue to then go and get the desk mats produced for the group buy. Because I knew that would give me like 12, 13 weeks to get everything produced and get everything ready, and then by the time I got the desk mats on hand, the key set would arrive. But GMK's new sorting facility kind of screwed that up a little bit, and it was here 4 days later. So I say screwed up, like in a good way. It's like a good problem to have, right? So they're absolutely bringing things faster now to the table. We've always ordered a lot of extras anyway, like that's why they tend to stay in stock for quite a while. My view is that stuff should stay in stock for at least 1 to 3 months. If it doesn't, I'm not doing things right. We just got that one bent pin to fix now. See if I actually got enough solder on this to hold it in or not. I did. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to heat this switch up whilst I try and prise it out. Oh wait, did we actually bend it? Oh no, it's not a bent pin at all. It is actually there. So we're good. We're good. We can just solder it. I just couldn't see it from the angle I was looking at. Yeah, so the GMK is absolutely speeding up, and it's a good thing. And it's going to mean some things are just made in a little bit of a weird order compared to what we're used to comparatively, but it's only going to be a good thing, and more stuff is going to be in stock. I wasn't too far off then that you started PT just to have warehouse space for your collection. Not really. Like, so what happened was, I set up PT to just handle the money side more than anything, so I could account for the money that was coming in and out of my account for the J series boards, because it was like quite a lot of money. Like I think it was like 20 grand or something like that. So I wanted to make sure that it wasn't affecting my personal tax allowance and stuff like that. So I set up the small business just to run that through. And then we got the first shipment in from China for like one other product that we'd agreed to run for someone. And it took up the living room and the kitchen and the spare bedroom and the home office and the garage. And I was like, shit, I need more space. So that was when I got the first workshop, and we put all the stuff in that workshop and it fit on one shelf in the back. I was like, how on earth did this take up my whole house? But it had done. And we had a load of space, and then we got like prototypes for the Allison in at that time and stuff, and it was just dead easy and nice. And then from there we just kind of grew exponentially, and it was faster than I was expecting. And it just happened, I guess it just happened by accident in a way. I never planned for PT to this big. That wasn't what I set out to do. I set out to make my own products, and because we got so big so quickly, that delayed me doing my own products. And now we're just getting back on track of that with the JO2, for example. But it has meant a lot of changes. So it was, yeah, it's just kind of bizarre how it's come to where we're at now. Quakeums, Brian, I'm so happy to see you in chat, man. We're lucky to have me. No, we're lucky to have you. I was telling people earlier on that we'd actually talked about potentially, maybe getting back on stream together at some point soon. But it's good to see you, Brian. I hope you're doing well. We need a proper catch up at some point, Brian. Sit down in BC, go through things together, that kind of stuff. Wait, why have we got rid of that cloth? Next question. Where does that come from? New Feces. Do you think Polybius was a real game or just incredible skullduggery? So, if you haven't already seen it, I would suggest that you go and watch the documentary by Ahoy on Polybius. It pretty much answered all my kind of concerns about it, and it pretty much shows that it is just a hoax, but it's a very clever one. It shows the likely origins of that hoax as well. So I would definitely check that out if you're interested in the history of Polybius. I have an Iron 165 PC, and in my opinion it's trash in terms of sound, but looks great. I have not tried the PC ones. I don't have any of those. Any guilty pleasures that we don't know about? I'm a sucker for like a big massive hoodie that's like a blanket that I can sit on the couch and watch TV with my wife. Any other guilty pleasures? I really like Ollie Murs. That's really bad, I know, but I quite like Ollie Murs. If you're not from the UK, you probably never heard of him, but he's a singer. Can I think of anything else? I don't know. I can't think of anything else that's a guilty pleasure. Right, okay. Where else did we get to in chat? Jay, thank you for being a big part of the hobby in UK. You're welcome. I honestly, my life has changed because of PT and because of you guys and the support we get. So I'm just honestly happy about it all. And I'm just really glad that we are where we are. Go to Indian takeaway order. Chicken pakora, onion bhajis to start usually. I like both. Poppadoms as well. You gotta have poppadoms. For a main, I'm probably gonna go for a chicken karai because they cook it in one of those big oven things that kind of steams as well, which is really nice. But I tend to have it Asian style, so it's a little bit hotter. I quite like it quite hot. Boiled rice. I don't really like the flavored rice. I think it ruins curries generally. So just plain boiled rice like that. Always got to have a naan bread as well, either garlic naan or plain naan. Cheesy ones don't really work for me, and I don't like a peshwari. It's too sweet. And then so that's it. I'll always have some chapatis on side as well because I like the taste of a chapati, and it's great for scraping out the last bit of the bowl or the tray or whatever you're using. So yeah, that's what I usually go for.
Incredible.
Final Fantasy 7 is such a vibe. Blew my mind away when I first played it. Dude, it was such a good game. I've tried to play the remake and I've got about 3/4 of the way through it and ran out of time to play it, but I do need to play that and finish it off. Asub14 says, any thoughts on the Keycut commission story and any thought on Keycut keyboards nowadays versus price? Keycut keyboards have always been really good. I have a couple left over in my collection. I have had one commission in the past. I've since sold it on. I was part of the Phantom version of the Keycuts, the TKL Keycut number 2 TKL Phantom edition. I've since sold it on. It was brass base and stuff like that. I didn't have any problems with the process as such. It took about a year from start to end to getting the boards. There was some slight issues with it. They refunded, I think, $50 based off of an issue on the inside of the keyboard, which you couldn't see when it was built, off the commission price. I can't remember what we paid. I want to say it was $1,600 each, I think. I think it was 10 of us, I think. But prices, I can't really remember. In terms of general thoughts on the process, I think they just took too many commissions on and they're struggling to catch up. For me, I think visibility of stuff like that is always key as long as you're visible. Like, I know right now that I'm behind on plate cutting, which is why I've turned the foam off, because I just haven't had the chance to cut people's plates in POM for a couple of weeks. So we're going to catch up over the next week. There are some people waiting. They should have all had emails from the team explaining why we're delayed behind that. I think that's kind of the key with commissions, is to just stop them when you know you've got enough. And yeah, but it becomes a bit of a cottage industry because you take on these commissions and then you have to pay for stuff in advance. And you might take a deposit for the commission or whatever, but then of course you've got to pay for production and everything else. So then you take on more commissions because you need cash flow, and cash flow is something that a lot of people don't understand about how businesses run and work. People think that group buys are silos, where every single penny from that group buy is put to one side to pay for that group buy. But you can't do that because a group buy costs more than the actual revenue you make on the group buy to run it. So if we sold a GMK set and say I sold 100, let's use some round numbers here. Let's say I sold 100 and made £10,000 in revenue, okay? Which I know is probably not far off the truth. But when I put the order in for GMK, I'm going to put an order in for 200. Let's just say they charge me 75 a piece. Well, then my costs are going to be 15 grand just to buy the key sets, but I've only got 10 grand in revenue. I then owe the designers, let's say 3 grand, and then I have to pay for packing for QC and boxes and everything else, just let's say 2 grand. So I've got an outlay up front of 20 grand, but I've only had 10 grand in. So I've had to find another 10 grand from somewhere to kind of keep the whole thing afloat. So how do you do that? Well, you sell other products, or you sell something in stock, or you invest some cash and capital into the business. So it really depends on how they're structured from a financial perspective as to why they've carried them on going so long. And it's really hard for people who are outside of that to kind of judge and based off of that. That being said, I do think communication is key, being open is key, and being available to answer questions is key as well. I hope that helps. Trueblaze says this might be a bit controversial, feel free to ignore it. Have you heard of the 15-minute cities implemented in Oxford? Do you think we should sacrifice our freedom over the environment? I haven't heard of that. I don't know what that is, but yeah, if you have a link to it, I'm happy to read about it. Trueblaze, I don't know what that is. Final Fantasy 8 better than Final Fantasy 7? No, Squall was crap. He was a crap character. Remember Canon for FFX2? Let's all calm down before we say something we'll regret. Holden, hey man, good to see you. Final Fantasy 8 has Quistis. I need to say no more. Yeah, but it had Squall. Why do so many people build keyboards? Because we love keyboards. It's just fun. Have you read the lockdown files? Hard to understand a proposal that says it's for our own good and is proposed by the government. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, Trueblaze, but if you link me to it, I'll have a look. Well, lucky PT has got as big as it did, but then it's not surprising. Look at your attention to detail and work ethic. I have a big problem in life, and it is that I work too much. It's not a work ethic, it's an addiction to work, and it is unhealthy. I'm fully aware of that. I'm very high functioning when it comes to stress and pressure. That's something that's ingrained at me from working at the bank for 15 years and being in high pressure environments constantly. So yeah, but I'm conscious that not everyone can work to that kind of pressure and level. Like, I know that my team can't, and I refuse to let them. That's why we only work a 4-day week. Got to have that work-life balance for most people. Is that a big glass of black coffee? No, it's Coca-Cola. No, other Cokes are available. Any plans for J0 and Numpad? Not at the minute. J1 is PC edition when? JL1's coming soon. We'll talk about that later on in a couple of weeks' time. Other than J-Series boards, you have anything you're really hyped that you can tell us about? Yeah, ask Josh about Sumi. Polybius documentary is so good. Ahoy is great. He's fantastic. Tinkertronic says, obviously with the name of Prototypist, what you've said previously, keyboards wasn't the only thing you had in mind when you set it up. Are there any non-keyboard related things you've had a hand in since the start of PT that you can share with us? So very early on, we did have a contract to produce things on our laser for another company locally. They were basically like little gaskets and stuff like that. We don't have that contract anymore because it just wasn't worth it to PT, and we actually sold them some stuff that enabled them to do it themselves. Basically, they just paid me to make the designs of the files, and I put them in touch with a company that could make them a little bit cheaper. As well as that, we do have designs for other things on plan. There's some personal stuff going on between Josh and Tom Barnes and myself about something clock related. I can't tell you any more than that until it happens. But I've also started to design a pen. Josh is going to help me finish that off at some point soon. I want to do a fountain pen range as well. There's other things I want to get involved as well with around stationery type stuff, because that stuff's important to me and I use it a lot. So Mike from Cortex brand, if you follow the Cortex podcast with Mike and CGP Grey, Mike's a good friend, and he's just come out with a really cool product called Sidekick. You might have seen it on my Instagram stories. So there's stuff in that kind of area that I want to explore as well. Yeah, there is other stuff I want to do in design. There's also tools. I'm a big fan of kind of like tactile tool usage. And I like the old automated screwdrivers that had a ratchet, but it basically came out of the screwdriver on like a full pole, and as you push the screwdriver in, it spanned the end of the tool bit. And I want to make something like that, but in-house, fully out of 3D printed parts, machine parts, laser parts here at the workshop, eventually. But of course, this is all stuff that I talk about and never get around to doing. Who does the best chips? Burger King, KFC, McDonald's? McDonald's. That was a good question. I like that. Can you summarize the QC process for keyboard kits as a vendor? Do you get everything separately and package it after the QC? So the Mentor kit, it really depends on the product. So for example, let's take a couple of examples that we've got in the workshop right now. The Matrix 8XVs 3.0s, they are sent to me in a couple of different boxes. I have a big pile of plates, I have a big pile of keyboards, and each one is labeled individually what's inside it. Those have been QC'd by the team at Matrix Labs, and they've been packed and signed as a QC pass. We will then unbox and dip test about 10% of those to make sure they're okay. We do very similar things with GMK sets. If you ever buy a GMK set from us and you get it shipped out from the group buy and it's not sealed in plastic, it's because that's one of the ones that we've dip tested to make sure we're okay. The second type of product are ones where it's been made by not necessarily a company that's gone to all of that effort to actually pack and QC them, but it's a company that's kind of like design them. So when we work with Canon keys or Novel keys, for example, on a keyboard, or other designers, let's pick the Delta, for example. So the Delta is a keyboard that's been designed by Kiko, I think. I'm going from memory here, I just know the Deltas in the workshop. For those ones, what we'll do is we'll QC every single board. We did the same for Tomo, we'll do the same for Cage, we'll do the same for Kryn, a few of the different keyboards as well. The same for the J series and everything else. Those ones we have to take every single part out and we lay out a big section of parts. So we'll have a pile of PCBs, we'll have a pile of plates in different various layouts and colors and whatever else. We'll have a pile of screws, we'll have a pile of daughter boards, and we'll have a pile of cases. And we'll take the keyboard, we'll check it over, we'll make sure it's passed, we'll wrap it up nicely in PT paper, we'll put it in a case, we'll put the PCBs and the plates and everything else, the O-rings, the gaskets, whatever else is needed. That all goes in the case based on the customer's order. We'll check it off a checklist. Once that's done, we'll then pack it and ship it. So that's a full end-to-end QC process. Those ones take about an hour a keyboard. So yes, it's about an hour per keyboard. that's a very, very light touch of it. There's a lot more to it than that. Are there any TKL or 75 keyboards group buys that are coming up that you're looking forward to in particular? Yeah, so for TKL, the QK80 is looking pretty good very, very soon. 75%, the JBRIS 75 is in group buy right now and is pretty solid. Metal Gear Solid 2 was when it was at, yeah. Cloud was just someone who cosplays his dead friend Zach. Oof. Is your wife also into keyboards? Says Cookie Vintage. No, she's not. Absolutely, she hates them. She hates them. Tom Barnes, the best Tom I know. Yeah, pen hype, 100%. All the hype for these ideas. Yeah, all this stuff sounds very, very cool. Please take all my money. Yeah, we can set up like a direct debit if you want. We can do that. I cannot wait to waste, spend good money on fountain pens. Yeah, I have some plans on how I want to do the fountain pens and how I want them to work. I just need to sit down and get them done, and that's the biggest option I've not got at the minute is time. If the opportunity arose, would you consider opening a brick and mortar storefront for PT versus being primarily online? So, Nixabel, you can come and visit the workshop. Like if you order something online and you want to pick it up, you can come and visit us. And we do open days. The issue is having a brick and mortar store, and I have looked into this, it's going to cost about 25 grand a year just in sheer cost alone to have the brick and mortar store up and running. That's before you staff it, before you pay for energy. It's just literally to have it. The question is, and that's in a cheap area, that's here. If we did that in London, you could easily quadruple that price or more, 100 grand a year or more. The issue is then footfall. How many customers do you actually have to come into the shop to make that 25 grand back? Well, when you look at retail stores in the UK, they make approximately £1 for every single person that walks through the door, depending on the retail environment at the time and the type of store it is. But if you average it across the market, it's roughly £1 for every customer. Do I think we can get 25,000 customers in a year into a store? Probably not. I just don't think the volume's here for it. But that's why we have the bit of the workshop where you can come and visit if you want to. Hammer brother, hey Hammer, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you very much for asking. The material is odd. It's one of those things that people either love or hate. What's that for? What's that for? I don't know what that's for. How good did it feel to see the JO2 sell out so quick, considering it wasn't advertised a lot? I was buzzing for you, considering how much of a passing project it seems for you. Yeah, so the JO2 Blackout Edition, I didn't want to advertise it too much. I wanted the project to stand for itself, and just to see if the demand was still there for the products. So other than a little bit on Instagram and the Discord stuff, we did no advertising. So usually if we had another product, we could do Facebook advertising, we could do targeted ads, we could boost posts, we could have paid for advertising, we could send units out to reviewers, to other designers to look at, we could have spread it across different vendors and shared across them. I just wanted to keep it small, keep it simple, 50 units, just see how well it does and see if the market still wants our products. Given the fact that they have done, we will absolutely now produce the JO1. That is the selling out of the JO2 Blackout Edition within 1 month was the kind of criteria to say, do we continue the J series or not? Anything that we do forward will have the Keycaps posts, it'll have the Reddit posts and everything else. So now I'm confident that the demand is there when we don't advertise. If we do advertise, then the demand should be there as well. Are you more interested in interesting materials and visual designs, or innovative mechanisms for the pens? So, to be told, both. I can't answer that. I can't split the two apart. I have some really cool ideas. I want to play around with compliant mechanisms, both in keyboards and in other things. I have some really cool ideas in my head that I think of how things will work, and I want to get them out into paper and then into design and into manufacturing and 3D printed and all of this kind of stuff. How things work is a big driver for me in life. Like just how things work and how to understand them and how systems integrate and how parts connect together. That's a huge thing for me. But that all goes with visual design. I don't like things that don't look good, so I can't split the two. Jovanius, we're based in Bradford in the UK. The workshop that I'm at now is here in Bradford. You can Google it on Google Maps. It'll show you exactly where we are. Can you do a fountain pen that I can actually use for my weird way of writing? Show me your weird way of writing and I'll see what I can do. As a result of the JO2, we'll be upping the numbers for the JO1 or keeping the same. Don't know yet. Haven't decided. That's a further decision for when we prototype it. Right, okay. We spent like an hour talking and not actually carrying on with this build. So let's carry on with the build. I know we're missing one screw. So that's on me because I dropped it on the floor. I'll have a very quick look to see if I can find it. Assuming I can't, we'll just carry on with the build. And we'll just leave one out at the top. Wait, have I got that in the right way? Yeah. So we're just going to screw the top plate in. Where do I put the screws? There. Now, as I say, we are one screw short. I'll have a look in a second, see if I can locate it. Hoping that I can. On the off chance I can't, as I say, we'll just skip one of the screws. Probably the one near the arrows, because it's the least needed for the typing test. But I will see if I can find it. Hook writing. Oh, you left-handed? Do you type? Do you write around your hand? Why does this screw not want to go in? We have an issue here with this screw. 2 reasons. Interesting. There we go. That's better. The Apex 9 TKL or the Mini? Not tried either of them. Couldn't tell you. What are your thoughts on the QK80? Been considering it? I think it looks really good. I'm quite excited to... we built one a couple of weeks ago. So you can go back and take a look at that if you want to. It's actually on my desk somewhere. My office is a real mess at the minute. I blame the mods. It literally is Blackbrook's fault that my office is a mess right now. Just a mere 300 miles from me, small distance to travel. Absolutely. Right, let me take a real quick look for this screw that I dropped. Where's my torch, my phone? It's very dark in this room apart from around the stream desk. Can I see this screw? I'll be back in a second, guys. I'm going to try and find something on the floor for the second time today. Well, I don't see... Oh, I found it. I have found it. Ta-da! There we go. Found it. Let's go. I was slightly concerned that we wouldn't actually find it. You did make a lot of mess, Blackbrook. But I forgive you. Don't worry. Right, okay, so now we've done that. We can pop the case together. And then you guys can pick a keycap set. Nice. USB port lines up really nicely. GMK copper, maybe. Right, at mods, if any of you are around, if you guys want to get, one of you wants to get the poll up for the key sets, you guys can pick what key set you want to see on this board today. Should you join the... It depends on how quickly you want stuff, because the QK75 is going to come faster than the J-Risk Tasty 2. So it depends, I think, for me on that, is speed. How quickly would you like it? Do you mind waiting a little bit? Or do you absolutely need to have it sooner than later? You'd excited to be with me? I don't see why. I'm not particularly special, I'm just any other bloke, to be honest. Okay, there we go. Right, are any of the mods around to get the poll up for the keycaps? This does look good. Oh, the case is slightly off here. Let's see if we can fix that. go. Speed's not an issue. Then go for whichever you think looks best. Shame DCS Mountaineering didn't make it through group buy. Yeah, that'll look great on this. Right, key sets are up for the poll. Whilst the poll's running, guys, I will show you what key sets we have, and you can take a pick. We do have GMK Yuri, which is, funnily enough, blue and orange. There you go. Thank you, Josh, for doing the thing. GMK Zooted, which may or may not work. GMK Toko. GMK Calm Depths. This board's technically an FRL TKL, which means it's a TKL with the F row removed. So it's a play on a 75% really. Well, finally we have PBT Fans Retro Dark Lights. Those are the key sets on choice for today. You take your pick and see what you like. Zooted will not work. Yeah, but you know what the team's like here, Adam. People will pick things that don't work sometimes. FRL TKL, yeah. See, Zooted it is then, says Sax. Unique layout, I really like it. It's not that unique. We have another board in stock that's got this layout as well. So yeah. Which is the best layout? For me, I couldn't pick one. I never used to like a TKL until about 18 months ago, and then I really got into TKLs, and I think 65% is probably my go-to, but I don't really dislike any layout. I think for pure fun, HHKB layout is really cool. I have a matrix board in HHKB layout and some other bits and pieces with that as well, which I really like. NK Industrial might look good. Yeah, we've got that in stock, but I don't have it to hand. That's not a set I own personally, so I only use my personal sets for build streams. Isn't Yuri more red than this? No, it's orange. It's almost perfect match. Let me flip this over. So this is Yuri Spacebar. It's almost a perfect match. Kryn is FRL TKL2. Yep, we don't have those in stock yet, but we will do soon. We're going to do the sorting out of them next week. There are any boards at like a 65% and the numpad? Yeah, there are a few out there like that. So off the top of my head, I can think of the UK 78 that did that. Oh yes, so it is. 1800 wants a word. Loving TKLs and FR TKLs. Right, Yuri's going to win this by a mile, so let's just put the others away. Like, it's not even worth like carrying on the poll, I don't think. No one's going to be silly enough to use channel points to make Yuri not win now. Let's zoom in a little bit as well, so you guys can see as we put the keycaps in. There's no way that anything is going to catch up to Yuri now. There's just no way. Yuri will look great. Well, you're saving your channel points for the next look situation. Yeah. Right, mods, we do need a new poll. We can cancel this one because nothing's going to beat Yuri now. Whilst I'm popping the alphas on here, you guys can decide whether you want to see accent spacebar or not. Do you want to see accent spacebar or just standard blue spacebar? Which would you like to see? Let's get a poll up for accent spacebar or standard spacebar. And whilst that's going, I'll get the rest of the keycaps installed. So it's just those two that we could need. Yep. GMK Yuri has won. We're not building with that shift today. We do need a full-size control. We'll definitely use accent enter because I think this board needs it. We do need that shift. Don't need any of the F keys. That makes it nice and simple. UK ISO as well. We can't use it today. No poll. Accent spacebar is meh. Get the poll. Oh, the poll's already up. Accent spacebar, yes or no. There we go. I've voted as well. Put the code there. Go for accent escape as well. It's pretty close on the spacebar though. Let's see how that goes. No is winning now. That's interesting. I'm going to put control there because I like control on the key map there, so we're going to keep control on caps because the set supports it, not all do. Metropolis accent spacebar is good. So is Olivia actually. I think the Olivia spacebar looks better. And the accent spacebar wins. It takes it right at the very end. Oh, we've got the 9 key in the wrong place. There we go. So accent spacebar it is. Is there going to be any more QK75 is going to be available soon? Yeah, we'll have in-stock extras after the group buy ships out. Yeah, we always have extras of everything. What's the show me proto points thing? Show me keyboard from your collection. Yeah, that's what it's for. You can you can ask if you know I've got something you want to see. As long as it's accessible for me to get to, I'll show you. Oh, we've put other keys in the wrong place. What are we doing here? What am I doing? Can't believe I put them in the wrong place. There we go. Fixed. You guys saw nothing. Points being spent here. I wish more supported step control. Yeah, step control is my kind of go-to. I tend to map control here anyway, so Let's get the rest of the keys on and we can see how this goes. Right, so we need page up and page down. That's nice there. And we need home and end. Let's see if we can find home. And then the correct end key. Let's see if we can find that. Oh man, don't tell me I've already put it back in the tub. There it is. Then we need insert and delete. Can't see if we're looking. There's insert. Right, where's delete? There it is. There we go. That is the 917 fully keycapped up. Accent looks awesome. Matrix Extra, maybe Friday, yeah. Confession, you don't hate it. Nice. This is an insanely good match. It is a really good match. The blue match isn't good enough for the spacebar. The blue looks really close actually. The light doesn't really reflect very well off of the for the camera off of the case, but it is quite close. It's much closer IRL than it looks. Shame about the goddamn offline. Look how good it looks though. The orange is a really close match. It does look really cool. Looks awesome. Anti-pipe keys that don't match the ends are cursed. You think? Gary says I really like that. Why, you can buy it off me for, I don't know, $1 million. I like this bit here. It does look really nice. Should we see how it sounds? Let's give it a listen. Let's see what it comes out like sound-wise. Let's pause the music. I'll drop the mic a bit closer. And we'll see how it sounds. More niche questions from me. Bottom standoffs, that's nice to see when using top PCBs. No. Okay, let's see how she sounds. I mean, I think that sounds pretty good. It's more clacky than thocky. I think if you wanted it to have more thock, you'd need to put something in the case, like to just even out the sound a little bit. But I think that feels and sounds nice. It's quite firm. Obviously, it's top mount. It's an aluminium plate, so it feels like an aluminium plate, but it looks so good. Like, it just does look good. Stylish points, it wins, hands down. Like, 10 out of 10 style points. Sound points, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. I think it sounds good, but not amazing. It sounds like what shaking hands with a cat feels like. It's a really weird. It's not as hollow as such, but it is more clacky than thocky. So yeah, definitely more clacky than thocky. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys like it? Do you guys think it's a good board? What do you think to it? Love the colorway. The 917 is a bit brash. I mean, it's based off the Porsche 917, so you kind of have to give it to them for the kind of like, getting the theme of it right, the feel of it right. It's the Porsche font, and the car would have had that on the back of the car. So the bottom bezel is a little bit too big for me. Yeah, it is quite chunky. It is quite chunky. Somewhere to rest your thumbs, definitely. It is lovely though. Sound wasn't for you. That's fair. That's fair. A salty sound profile. It's good, and the color. Yeah, it looks stunning, doesn't it? I mean, like let's show it in this light as well. You see the blues match better in this light, actually. It does look just so good. The orange, especially. This curve at the back's nice. Show you guys the side profile here as well. Colorway is my preference, but I can appreciate the designer's choice. Well, it's based off of the Golf racing livery. So if you want to, if you search Golf livery on racing cars, you'll see exactly where it comes from, and it's a very good match for that. Never been a big fan of Yuri, but this looks really great. Yeah, Yuri really works on this. I've only ever really had Yuri on plain whiteboards before, and it's always looked reasonable, but it looks great on this. Shame it's antsy. Yeah, that is the sad bit about it. He did do it with another colorway. I didn't know he'd done it in another colorway, but yeah, I do like this one. You don't like the wheel on the back? Well, the wheel on the back is because of kind of like the design choice. It's kind of like to represent an alloy wheel because it's based on the Porsche. So I don't dislike it. I think it could have been maybe implemented differently, but I don't dislike it. Martini. No, it's the Golf livery. Martini's slightly different, I think. It's definitely the Golf livery, though. I'm having to check now. Yeah, the Martini livery is slightly different. This is very much Golf livery. Yeah, if you search for Golf livery, you'll see. Yeah, Martini is kind of like white with blue and then a red in the middle, like an off red. It's like an orangey red. Golf is definitely this kind of like pale blue with orange. Blue spacebar, just to appease your guys' curiosity. You want to see it with the blue spacebar? Okay, you guys asked for it. We can change that. So that's 7U? Yeah. Tree Leaf. Hey, Tree Leaf. We've just finished building your keyboard. We've got GMK Yuri on it, and people have asked to see it with the blue spacebar on it instead of the orange one. Orange spacebar had best go back on. There you go. There it is with the blue. And there's the orange, so you can see what it would have looked like before. I believe it's supposed to be an alloy wheel, but I might be wrong. Much better? You guys prefer it like that? Done. Done deal. Engine, the air intake fan. Oh, okay. I thought it looked like the Porsche alloy wheels. But yeah, air intake fan makes sense as well. I think the blue is better than the orange. Accent works too well with this. Angry Swan, thank you so much for the gift sub to Thinkatronic. You might be in the minority for the orange. It definitely needs some of the accents on there, but yeah, like the escape and the enter is enough, I think. 2 spacebars, best spacebar. Yeah, why don't no boards have a spacebar underneath the spacebar? Because we just need a spacebar in the spacebar. The little bearing at the center. I thought that was supposed to be a wheel nut, like the centralized wheel nut, but it's just the screw that holds it on. I really like it, Tree Leaf. It's lovely. It's very clacky. Feels nice. It's nice and firm. I don't like a too soft board, but this being top mount, it's nice. Yeah, just a shame it doesn't have ISO for me personally, but that's a thing, right? Some people like ISO, some people don't. It looks good though. It looks very, very good. Sometimes you miss the spacebar, so you need a second spacebar in case you miss the main spacebar. Yeah, like a second spacebar underneath the spacebar for spacebars. Blue had its fun. Swap it back. I think it can stay. Right, shall we play some marbles now? Would you guys like to have a game of marbles? And we can maybe give away a prize. Let's give away an in-stock desk mat. So whoever wins gets to pick an in-stock desk mat. Any desk mat they would like.
Tasty, tasty.
We'll play, We'll play 3 races because I like to do the 3 race format, and it's whoever wins across those 3 races, not whoever wins each individual race. But yeah, let's Let's get marbles up. Okay, let me flick over onto the... Oh, there we go. You should be able to see marbles on screen now. Right. Let's click on race. We're going to do, as I say, a Grand Prix. So whoever wins across the 3 races that we're going to do, they're going to win a desk mat. They can pick from any desk mat we have in stock today. Anything that's in stock on the website, you can pick. Any desk mat at all, and we'll get that shipped out to you tomorrow. We'll pay shipping, we'll pay for the desk mat itself. All you might need to do is pay for any import duties if there are any where you live. Right, okay, so we're going to do a Grand Prix. We're going to do 3 races, so it's whoever gets the most points across all 3 races. Tim versus Lottie, let's go. Yeah, I'm backing you, Lottie, after last week. Let's pick some community maps, because the community maps tend to be better. Let's do these at random. So we're going to do, the first one is going to be Hysterical Hidden Adventure. Let's pick a long one. Let's pick a long one. I don't want to do 47 minutes. What? 47 minutes? 12 minutes? 63 minutes? I don't want to do anything that long. Let's try and do like a 3-minute long one. Let's do Sweet Soft Abyss for race 2. And then let's pick something that's got a high elimination rate. Sorry, not a high elimination, a low elimination rate. Let's do, yeah, let's do Authentic Breaking Gizmo. Okay, right. Once this loads up, guys, you can do !play to join in. You can't do it just yet, but you can do it from now. So Maya is the first one in. So if you posted before Maya, you need to post again. But !play will put you into the game. You aren't ready? No, none of you are ready. !play puts you into the game. We're going to do 3 races. Whoever wins the most points across the 3 races wins a free desk mat. You can pick any desk mat in stock on the website right now, and we'll sort that out for you tomorrow. We'll cover shipping, we'll cover the cost of the desk mat, but you'll just need to pay any import duties if they're applicable in the country in which you live. Worldwide shipping is available. Tim, thank you so much for the 5 bits. I appreciate that, my man. Bits give you more luck as well, I heard. Like if you drop bits, you get more luck. It's not true. Okay, race is going to start in 20 seconds, guys. So you've got another 15 or so to get in now. Just do !play. There is no control unknown. This is all based on luck. You press !play, you get put in the game, and you just see how they go. That's all it is. Rob is banned from SBC. Here we go, guys. Right, so we're racing around the Helter Skelter. Unknown is in the lead right now. There we go. Han Solo's here as well. Han Solo, I hope you got your Rama drama sorted out. Demotex is there. He's coming through as well. Plenty still to go on this. Unknown still looks like they're slightly in the lead. It's all down to play for who's going to come out at the bottom in first place. Jaybird looks like he's picked up the lead. Anarchy's on his way down as well. So is Conan in there. Demotex and the Lods are not doing particularly well. Let's see who gets down first into here. Meowsaw's up there as well. We are going to see if Tim and Lottie can race each other, the couples race. Snicket was probably the first to drop down, but he's got stuck again. Or maybe he's in the lead with N360 here. Let's see how the finish plays out. Still a couple of obstacles left to go here. N360 and Snicket have both got hung up. Anyone's going to come through. Tinkertronic comes straight through. Arigato, Roboto, Trojam, Seregiman. Seregiman, congratulations on the win there. Trojam takes second. Arigato, Roboto takes third. Caffeinate takes fourth. Jerdron, Hopanodori, Hershey, Macaroon, Gouty, and Enbrop. Congratulations there. Josh looks like he's bringing up the rear with a few other people. Pink Pod, Blind Disobedience, and Ollie SK. Ollie, poor Ollie. Poor Ollie stuck at the back there. But there we go. That is race 1 done. Blind Disobedience actually finishes last. But there we go. Surgeman Ben, congratulations on your new baby, and congratulations on your first win. Remember, this is scored across the first 3 races, so it's not who comes in first. We do have a bit of a couples thing here, so let's see who came in first out of the couples. So we're looking for Lottie and we're looking for Tim. So let's see who wins the first race. Tim we see here. There's Tim. He came in 48th. Let's see where Lottie was. Lottie was in 56th, so 8 places behind. But there we go. Right. Okay. Let's get on to the next race and see who wins on the next one. So the next map. Here we go. Sweet Soft Abyss. I think this one's a little bit longer. So when it pops up, guys, exclamation mark play will get you into the game, into the race. Gouty in the top 10, rare. There you go. I think you just got lucky, Sir Regiman. You just came flying through. Exclamation mark play, guys, gets you back into the race for this one. Remember, you've got to be in it to win it. So you want to be in all three if you can. Maximize your chances of taking some points home today. Right, let's hit start. 20 seconds to go, guys. Let's see how this one pans out. $10 seconds, guys. Hurry up and get your exclamation mark plays in. There is less of you in this race than there was in the previous one, so some of you are missing out. Okay, here we go. Everyone's racing down to the first obstacle here. Let's see who's in the lead. Unknown again is in the lead, but flies off the map and dies, so no luck there. Coming through to the first main obstacle, Snicket again in the lead. Zakurzak is not too far behind. Things going off inside. Blackbrook comes storming through. Robert Mikey's there as well. Mr. Gimp coming through, taking over everybody. Blind Disobedience is there with Catumbus, Robert Mikey, Revillion. Blackbrook got stuck. Milotti Pony goes flying across the map. Is she going to stay on? No, she dies. 5 Inks is dead as well. I just need to see if Tim can beat her by staying alive throughout this one. Coming down the steps here, Mr. Gimp is still in the lead. Sir Regiman's there as well. Macaroon has died. He's fallen off. Blind Disobedience is coming to take off the lead from Mr. Gimp. So is Catumbus and Robot Mikey. Up at the back, we've got Jenga, Perlin Merlin, Caffeinate and Judron all coming down at the same time. Tim's in the middle somewhere here on the staircase at the back. Mr. Gimp has taken quite a commanding lead again, though. He's on the steppers here, and he's taken quite a commanding lead. We'll see how this pans out. Robert Mikey catching up, though. Maybe going to take the lead onto the next obstacle here. We'll see how this goes. Only room for one at a time through this bit, so we'll see how this pans out. Oh, Mr. Gimp keeps the lead here, only just. Nixabel's on the way down with Catumbus, Blind Disobedience and Sarajiman. Sarajiman's in good standing here. He could do really well. All he's got to do is finish the race now. Mr. Gimp comes around, almost gets hit by the laser, just misses. So does Robot Mikey. They both just avoid the lasers, but only just. Nixabel's coming the opposite way around. So is Sir Regiman. This is kind of getting a bit of a mess now. I can't tell who's doing what here. Blind Disobedience and Skimson drop through. I need to get outside the map to follow what's happening now. Han Solo's here as well. All that jazz. People are dying left, right, and centre. Mayor Oshman has gone up to the top. Han Solo has died. So has Code and Keep. So has Javanius. So has all that Taz. No one's really making it very far apart from Nixabel, who's on the way to the last few obstacles here. Oh, Nixabel is dead as well. Looks like no one's actually going to make it through here. People dying left, right, and centre. Can't keep up with it. Alaric's on his way through. Is he going to make it through? So he's stuck in the next obstacle, but he's looking the strongest contender right now. Oh no, Revellion, I missed him. Revellion is way out ahead. He's done well. He's going to drop down through the portal. Where's that going to put him? Oh, he's slowed right down though. Namelog and Zakirizak have overtaken them. How far are these going to go before they drop onto the map? Who's going to survive, who's not? Revillion's dead. Zakirizak and Nitram though. Nitram is probably in the lead now. Alaric's on the way down. Caffeinate dies. Alaric, Nitram, and Zakirizak have got this pegged now, it looks. This could be anyone's race, though. No one else has made it off of the main bit. Blackbrook dying there. Oh my young. Everyone's just dying on this one. A very, very low completion rate. Nitram is going to take the win, I think, though. It's too late to stop them now. They're going to drop down into the pot at the end. There we go. Nitram takes the win. Zakirizak is on the way. Alaric is coming too. Looks like he's got stuck and hung up a bit though. Maybe he's going to make it through there. Future Primitives in there with Laserman and JQ UK. Geeky Ed has just decided to flip himself off the map, so he's not going to take any more home. Judron is on the way down. Still some people alive. Jellymaster and Oh Shiny Klexis. We might not even get a top 10 here because we've only got 2 finishers. We might not even have enough people to finish out the top 10 here, but we'll see how it goes through. Alaric coming down in for the win. Future Primitive on his way in. Let's watch JQ in if he comes through. Oh no, it's Conan first. Conan and Laserman rolling down through. JQ comes in as well, takes up 7th place. Someone's getting zapped away by a spaceship. 07 Shiny and Jellymaster might be the next 2 in, but they've got a long way to go yet. Best finish ever. Whoa! Some Klexis got fired up off the map. Let's see who's in next. Jellymaster finishes as well. Let's see who's going to round out the top 10. Is it going to be... It is. There we go. And we've got last 2 here. Sax and Jaybird making their way through the pins. Slowly but surely. We get 12 finishes on this round. Wow. No one stayed alive. What the hell is your marble doing? It's taking its time, that's all. It's taking the long route. Jaybird nearly died, flew up in the air, nearly died, but there we go. Nitram does take the second win, so now it's all to play for in the third round. We only had 12 finishes, so no point in looking at the couples rivalry. Authentic Breaking Gizmo is next up, and we'll see how that goes. What was the survival rate for this? Well, 12 out of 100 people. Very low. Okay, exclamation mark play. Get yourselves into the third race. Here you go, guys. I'll give you guys another few minutes to get in. Remember, whoever gets the most points across all three races is going to win a Deathmat. Any Deathmat in stock, their choice. And whilst I'm doing this, you guys could also go and have a look at our in-stock stuff, see if anything takes your fancy, see if you might want to purchase anything. Retro Dark Lights, for example. I know Garrett's been looking at that. I should have a sign in the background that just flashes consume in the background. Right, okay, let's hit start and see how we go. This is round 3 of 3. Still all to play for. 12 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's see who wins. Racing down to the first obstacle. Impossible to see who's in the lead. Let's come back down to the bottom here, see who makes it through first. Hershey looks like they're in the lead at the minute. Nixabel coming up. Jordan Track as well. Oh, yeah. Jordan and Geekhack are dropping through with Skimson, Blackbrook. Zakuri Zach Pink Pod's in there as well. Tom Barnes is there too. I see Anarchy coming through with his nice bright pink name. Josh is in there somewhere as well. Tinkertronic is right up at the back. Still lots to play for. Let's see how it's going on at the front of the map. People going through different bits here. Judron is in the lead. They've got quite a commanding lead here. It's still to play for, but as I say that, Skimson comes racing up behind them, may overtake them in a second. Zakurizak is there again for the third race in a row. Blackbrook's there with Geekhack and Nixabel. Ellis is coming around the back. Demotex is there as well. We've got Robot Mikey up at the back. Tim's in the middle. Not seen Lottie for a little while. Arigato Roboto is in there as well with the Lariac. Chris Bezic is in there with Punkshoe. Caffeinate's coming down with Pomorordi. Blind Disobedience is up at the back. Judron still has the lead, but only just. Not too much further to go behind them. Zakirizak, Skimson and Blackbrook there with Geekhack. This could be an interesting race as we get towards the end. There's still lots to go here. A little bit more windy, and then we've got a lot of obstacles coming up, so still all to play for. I think the order's going to change around a little bit as we get through here. Robot Mikey is very, very last at the back up there with Tinkertronic as well. I apologise for that, guys, but not everyone can come first. Not everyone can be a winner. Judron is there with Skimson. Oh, let's see if anyone gets through. Blackbrook has raced through the first obstacle on this bit of the section, with Demotex coming up second and Meowsaw just behind. Conan's there as well, but Blackbrook has stormed through. Meowsaw overtakes him with a huge lead now. A whole obstacle ahead. See how she can get through the pins. Blackbrook's there with Timothy as well. Skimson. Vino TV's coming through with Laserman up as well, and Tom Barnes. My Lottie Pony's there as well. Just about to overtake Tim, but someone flew off the map. 07 Shiny and Tasty 2 flown off the map. Skimson's here as well. Meowsaw's got quite a big lead. Looks like this could be all in Meowsaw's pocket. She's got obstacles to go though. It's not just a straight race here. Let's see who's coming through. Dr. Killswitch is there with Blackbrook, Ellis and Han Solo. They're making good progress. Snoo Breakthrough has dropped off the map. Blind Disobedience from being at the top is now right at the very back of the field, so must have got stuck for a long time up there with Ollie SK as well. Meowsaw's still got the lead. Skimson's coming down. Nixabel's there too with all that Taz. Han Solo and Blackbrook are in the middle somewhere. Right up here we've got Perlin Merlin Revillion, who drops off the map on the last rate with Macaroon. JQ UK and Nitram, our previous winner as well. Sax is there too with Pink Pud. Blind Disobedience has caught up a little bit. He's overtaken a couple of people at the top of the map there. Meowsaw's still in the lead though. Still in the lead. Let's see how it goes when we get to this obstacle, because this will slow people down. This is going to be a little bit of a change game here. Meowsaw does hit the obstacle and is getting spun around by it. Nixabel and Skimson. Skimson's gone straight through, but Meowsaw's caught back up again. This is going to be a tough one. Nick Spell's through as well. So is Dr. Killswitch and LSG as well. Blackbrook and Demotex and Anarchy all spinning around with Tom Barnes up there. Going to take a while to get through that. Skimson did fall off the map, so Meowsaur is now in the lead on her own again. Nixabel's coming through though. Dr. Killswitch, All That Taz, Geeky Ed, Itchbin Timothy. Where's Lottie? Have we seen Lottie for a while? Looks like Tim's going to beat Lottie this week. I don't even see Lottie. Where is she? Don't see her. Not sure. Somewhere in there. Gouty is losing his relationship battle by quite some distance because Meowsaur's up here. Nixabel's coming down though with Dr. Killswitch there as well. There's Tim again. Pokemon Kid, Matt the Pokemon Kid. If you need a lubing service, go hit him up. Someone just flew past me. Fluffy Keebs. Goodbye, good sir. Meowsaur's now lost the lead, I think. Nixabel has overtaken her. Nixabel and All That Taz with Punkshoe and Ellis have overtaken Meowsaur. She's still in 5th though, so 6th, not doing too badly. Still a long way to go though. Still a very long way to go. So could get that lead back. A few more obstacles as well. Geeky Ed and Anarchy are catching up too. Blackbrook's in the middle with Nitrum somewhere. Jenga, Mr. Grimm, Alaric's up there too. I see Chris Bezic coming through with Future Primitive. Blind Disobedience and Ollie SK are up at the top. N360's probably in last place now. I don't see anyone at the back of the map. We need to build our own mobile circuits, PC, logo style, and a rocket. Dudes, if you want to get on with that, we can absolutely play them next week. All That has got quite a commanding lead though now, coming around here. Timothy and Anarchy are kind of catching up to the main pack here a little bit. They seem a lot closer this time. Dr. Killswitch is there as well. Geeky Ed's coming through too. Trojam's in the middle. Sax is in the middle. Cookie Vintage is there. There's Lottie. We've been looking for Lottie for a little while. She is losing this race to Tim. He's quite a long way ahead. We'll see how that pans out over the next couple of obstacles. Nixabel does have the biggest lead here, and almost towards the end. I don't know where the end finishes though. Where's the pot that it's going to put you in? Is there more track or is this the actual finish? Oh, that is the finish line. Okay. That is a finish. A couple of people dying there. Nixabel is on the way down now. We're 5 minutes into this race. All That Taz and Nixabel are probably going to take the top 2 spots here. Last corner, Nixabel makes it round fast. Let's see how this pans out. Let's get a photo finish line ready. Nixabel comes down and through. All That Taz is there in 2nd. Punkshoe in 3rd. Pokemon Kid in 4th. Meowsaur in 5th. Dr. Killswitch, Inkbin Timothy, Anarchy. And then let's see how this one comes out. Balaba and Vino TV round out the top 10. So congratulations, guys. That is our top 10. Looking back up the field, Alaric looks like he's at the back with Primitive and Newfie. We'll see how that pans out. Either I've gone up or you've fallen off. Maybe. You could always start a 27-hour one now if you want to be streaming tomorrow. I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow. I'm not going to do a 27-hour one. I'm all the way at the back. Zoom. I like how everyone just drops off the map here. Did I die on the last corner again? I think so. Slid in to beat Meow on the line. Nice. Ollie SK right at the back. Come on, Ollie. Here you go. Oh no, N360 is right at the back. There we go. N360 drops down and through, and we are done. So, final results of that race. Timothy beat Lottie. Nixabel won the race. Let's finish the Grand Prix and see who gets the most points across the 3 races. So, in 3rd place, for absolutely no prize whatsoever, we have Zakirizak. I did see your name up there quite a lot, Zakirizak. So, congratulations, you take 3rd place for no prizes whatsoever. In 2nd place, for also no prize whatsoever, we have Nixabel. Nixabel, congratulations on the win there at the end, but not enough to take 1st place this week. And let's see who gets 1st place. Drum roll, please. Nitram Namelock does take 1st place. Nitram, please reach out to any one of the mods, and they will arrange to take all of your details to make sure we can ship the Desmat out to you. Take a look on the website, prototypist.net, pick a Desmat that's on the in-stock range only, and we'll get that shipped out to you. Let's take a look at the points, see how that finished. Nitram, Nixabel, Zakirizak, All That Taz, Alaric, Future Primitive, Punkshoe, the Pokemon Kid, Conan, Meowsaur, Laserman, all making the top 11 there. Timothy did beat Lottie overall, I can see that. Meowsaur also beat her partner as well. I'm sorry to pick on you guys, but you're the only 2 I know that are couples and both playing. There's Gouty. Where did Lottie finish? 56th. There we go. Lottie finished in 56th. Who finished in 69th? You want to know who finished in 69th? Pink Pod finished in 69th. There we go. Ollie SK, despite your end, you didn't finish in last place. You finished in 70th. Right down at the bottom of the table in 80th place, we have Fluffy Keeps. So there we go. There we go, guys. That is the race. Thank you so much. So, Nitram, if you want to reach out to any of the mods team, drop them a message. They will get you sorted out. So yeah, congratulations. Now Gouty owes you a Deathmat. Yeah, I agree, Meow. So Gouty does owe you a Deathmat. Woohoo, 70th. Wow. There we go. Right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It is time for me to end the stream now. That was a good, fun way to end it today. Pretty happy with that. Don't forget, we'll be back next week. Lots of stuff going in stock tomorrow and on Friday, so please keep an eye out for that. If anyone is in the area wants to pop by the workshop, just drop us a message first because we're really busy at the minute, and we'll make sure we can fit you in. But yeah, keep up to date with us on Instagram and Discord, and I'll see you all again very soon. But thank you so much for watching, guys. It was a really good, fun stream. I'll see you all again soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.